posting all over social media. Oh, we're never going to buy Bud Light. I'm never going to drink Bud Light ever again. Fuck Bud Light. Bud Light can go to hell. Guess what?
Bitches.
In Nashville, Tennessee. Right. That's right. The same Nashville where there's fucking protests and the Republican Nazis of the Tennessee House, including Cameron Sexton, the fucking speaker, expels 2 young black men because they got loud while black.
So that I can hear what's coming through without.
That's it. That's why they got expelled.
Make it a little bit back through, but it probably won't because he's got a pretty good gate on.
Oh, my God. These Nazis walk into it every single time. In that same Nashville. That same fucking city.
Every time.
Kid Rock and John Rich have bars in that city. Now, I don't know if you know a lot about Nashville. Nashville is the country music capital of the world. Okay? So Kid Rock and John Rich obviously have bars in this town. Because, they're country.
Oh, I know why. I know. Right.
Guess what beer they're serving at those bars?
Anheuser-Busch, because they own everything.
Guess what beer John Rich and Kid Rock are making boatloads of money off of?
Almost every beer is now made between 2 major companies.
But I mean, like,
I shouldn't say
Thursday
every beer,
through
but
Sunday,
almost all major beers are only 2 different companies.
Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra,
one American and
Bud
one
Light,
German.
Budweiser.
Right? So,
these
German,
motherfucking fake-ass sons of bitches.
Anheuser-Busch.
What a bunch of horse shit. What a sack full of fucking horse shit.
Okay.
Kid Rock and John Rich are.
Thank
you. Are you fucking kidding me? It is only, they're walking skin suits.
Thank you.
Of white male fragility.
Oh.
Absolute fucking frauds. And.
Exactly. No fragility there.
Speaking of fucking queer beer. Oh my God. These people are, I'm telling you,
queer
you
beer.
try Gabe Sanchez, you're on his channel right now, and you should subscribe right now. He does his best to parody and do satire of these motherfuckers, but they always outdo him. They always outdo themselves.
Because
all the commercials
you try to do satire, and it's like, nope,
the phony commercials,
that's what they really
satire,
believe.
The parody commercials that we play here on the Tony Michaels podcast that Gabe Sanchez has produced. Which, again, that's another reason why I like his channel. I'm not trying to get you to subscribe to his channel. I'm just telling you, subscribe to his channel. That's the whole point of us doing this today, hide and seek. So make sure you subscribe. Right. But those commercials that we play here on the show, a lot of them are exactly the commercial that the Trump supporters produced. I have a beer commercial today that you're going to go, is this fucking real? It's real as shit. And oh boy, does it spell out the white male fragility. And that's what this whole Donald Trump calling Tish James, the Attorney General of the state of New York, who has filed a $250 million lawsuit against him, which is going to absolutely cripple his company. It's going to cause him not to be able to do business in the state of New York. That's what all his fucking yelling and screaming on Fraud Social is this morning. It's Kid Rock shooting the beer cans. Same thing. It's the same exact thing. It's all fucking fake. It's all bullshit. No one gives a fuck. No one's going to go save him. He's not going to have a bunch of gravy seals show up in New York to stop the deposition so that he can't lie and perjure himself.
Exactly.
It's the same motherfucking thing. It's the same shit. Being outraged about a beer printing a rainbow on the side of their can.
It's outrageous.
And then turning around and having a bar that has your fucking name on it in Nashville, Tennessee.
In Nashville, Tennessee. No, it's so true. So true.
Who knows how many thousands, tens of thousands of dollars every day.
Who are almost
when the bar
always
is open,
idiots.
A Budweiser,
it's like,
on tap,
yes, you're
cans,
anti-science
bottles.
because you don't want to be any smarter.
You fake-ass motherfuckers, John Rich and Kid Rock. Oh, my God. You pieces of fucking garbage.
In being stupid.
You're nothing but fucking phony.
Idiots.
Just like Donald Trump's a fucking
That's
phony.
Not
this
good.
Morning, trying to act like Tish James is a racist.
Thank you.
You are a dumb son of a bitch. It's almost dumber that Donald Trump would call Tish James a racist then Kid Rock and John Rich would hate Budweiser or Bud Light.
Thank you.
They're fucking stuffing their pockets full of thousands of dollars in profit
from those companies.
Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch.
Thank you, and Anheuser-Busch.
And I'm sure their excuses. Well, we have a contract. We can't cancel that contract. What? Are you too woke? Are you too woke just to tell the contract? Fucking shut that bar down. Shut that bar the fuck down, Kid Rock and John Rich. Shut them down. Close the doors. You don't need that woke-ass shit. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Oh, boy. It's a day of winning. It is a day of winning here on the Tony Michaels podcast. It really is. It really is. I'm excited about today. Also, there's more riffs going on inside MAGA. Not just the ridiculousness of the queer beer thing, because I'm going to show you this. I know it feels like that ship has sailed, and that it doesn't matter if who cares if they boycott Bud Light or they listen. I'm telling you, the more we mock them, the better.
Right. Thank you.
The more we mock,
the more we actually show them for what they are, idiots who are clueless and have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Anyone take them seriously
is
good for democracy. It's good for democracy because John Rich and fucking Kid Rock aren't doing this because they fucking hate Bud Light or
they're making money off this bullshit, especially people like Kid Rock. See, all these are trust fund babies. Neither one of them have earned their own goddamn money.
Bud Light in your bar in Nashville. Why? Shut it down. Close the fucking doors. You don't have to open a bar. You don't have to sell that woke-ass beer if you don't want to, John Rich.
You can make your own beer. Produce it yourself.
Every single
We've got tons of these little microbreweries all over the place.
Well,
I know the last time I was in Stockton, which was a long time ago, there were a ton of those little microbreweries all over the place. Now, it may not be after COVID,
Laura Loomer and Milo,
but some of them I knew did grow up to become kind of distributed a little bit better.
It is absolutely delicious. And we need to encourage this on a mass scale inside the Republican Party. Let them destroy themselves.
But they're doing
like
so
well. The Republicans are destroying themselves in Tennessee. I don't know if you've seen this. Now that they've reseated Justin Jones and Justin Pearson, and are
going to force them to pay a poll tax.
The noise hasn't stopped. People are still there calling for action on gun safety.
For actually,
the Republicans are rushing to close
now.
Their session because they don't like loud noises. Loud noises is fascist kryptonite.
Ain't be up at it.
And we should continue to be loud at every single nook and cranny of this country. It doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter when. Be loud and be proud.
To be up at it.
I'm only one microphone. You're
thousands.
thousands.
To charge
Get out there and fucking use it.
Which is to make you actually be reelected.
Scared. When a
legislator,
listen.
See, that's bullshit.
When a state legislator wants to
get
state
legislation does that, you should be able to fight back.
Ram through stuff that they can go back to their districts to run on because they got to go run.
But again, I agree. The DOJ needs to be saying, "Hey, whoa."
So they want plenty.
So
of
you want to?
Then
you, the state, needs to pay for this.
Tennessee State
if you're going to do that,
sell to their hateful constituents, right?
Or was that
really
civilly correct?
Go vote for them based on hate.
I'm getting the feeling that it wasn't quite.
Well, think about this. They're not going to be able to get some of this shit through because they're going to be ramming it through. The leadership.
A lot of people don't understand exactly what the hell
the Tennessee
the DOJ was put together for originally.
You guys want to pack an extra big bag?
I think it was put together to really
We're not going to go home until we get this shit done because we want to close this down. Because the faster they close it down, the quicker they shut up the protest. And the quicker they shut up the protest, the less noise there is. And the less loud noise there is, the less fascist kryptonite there is. That's the goal. That's the point. That's their direction. They're running scared. We have them on their heels. So don't shut up. Fuck them.
At all.
Do not shut up. Keep getting louder. Louder and louder and louder. Because they're going to keep going. They're not going to stop. When they end this legislative session in Tennessee, it won't be until the fall that they pick up the legislative session. Be damn sure they're going to be ready to file hateful bills when that session reconvenes for next year to do their budget. In Tennessee, I'm telling you, they're going to have the hate bills ready ready to go, and they're going to be pumping it
through.
We'll
be back in 1 second.
Speaking of hateful, crazy fucking bills,
groomer, pedophile, groomer, pedophile.
There is no evidence anywhere of mass drag queenings killing.
Thank you. When was the last time you you heard of a drag queen
of evidence of mass
shootout?
Shootings. They won't do anything on guns, but they must stop
the drag
ability
show.
Of men dressing up in a
show
woman's clothing and wigs and makeup and dancing around because they're grooming children. All the while they're wanting to marry, the same people saying this are wanting to marry 12-year-olds off with parental consent. Do you see where everything hinges in this debate between transgenderism and drag queens? It all hinges on the parental consent, folks. I've been telling you this for over a year. It's the parental consent that they're going after. That's what they want. They want their hands on your consent of your children. That's their goal. We had Jess Piper on several weeks ago talking about this. Now, I know Jess Piper made the argument that vouchers in charter schools are a direction for child labor. What do you think child labor is? Is taking away your consent to make sure that your child ends up in the workforce. Get the fuck out. Listen, folks, this is all projection from the GQP. Every single bit of it. From the Real America First Nazi Party. When a state senator in Missouri testifies in a committee, this isn't like he was whispering it in a restaurant and someone recorded it. He said it into a microphone proudly.
Yep. This is the way I want things to be. This is the way they shall be.
Is it a clip? Damn. What is this, 1990? I'll show you the tape. Like I got a VHS ready to go or some shit. What the fuck? I'll show you the clip. Oh, damn. I'm telling you, it is a good day. It is a good day in this country to fight this political battle. There is no better ammunition that is going to be given to us than by the failing Republican Party themselves. No better evidence. And this morning, right now, rest assured, right now, the Cheeto Dust QAnoners, orange face paint is melting off his face from all the sweat, with Tish James staring him down, asking him question after question after question after question after question.
Oh, that's right. He's sitting there right now asking those questions asked and answered.
Real warriors in this fight.
Hopefully that's where he's at. He's actually sitting there.
He told Jim Jordan, hey, bitch, you want to obstruct? Fuck around and find out. Tish James,
let's bring
Donald
up a
Trump
little of
fuck around and
the
commit fraud in the state of New York. Fuck around and find out.
MSNBC in the background, just so we can hear.
I bet his fucking around
if
and
they're
find out
actually
phase
talking
is in
about
full
him
swing.
Having issues
as well
today.
As Bonnie Willis in Georgia. Why do you think the Cheeto Dust QAnoner and all these fragile white men are losing their minds this morning? The exposure of their projection is coming, and it will keep coming. And we will pile it on and pile it on and pile it on and pile it on, because that's what we do, folks. I know I told you the other day that we're selling a new brand of liberalism, and that's what this is. This brand of liberalism is not weak. It's not puny. We don't hide behind elitism or academics or data or polls. Fuck you. This new brand of liberalism, we stand, and we stand strong on principle. That's what we do. Freedom, liberty, rights, equity, equality. That's right. DEI and CRT, motherfuckers. We're woke as fuck.
Well, because they did the perfect example of CRT. I'm sorry.
Not as weakness.
When they did that clearing those black men out, they just perfectly showed exactly what they're all about.
Get used to it, because we ain't going nowhere. And we're going to keep being loud and proud, and we're going to come right at you, and mock the shit out of you. You will not get away with your projection. You will not get away with your dirty deeds. You will not get away with your hypocrisy. You will not get away with your pedophilia. We will point it out and we will show it. We are not scared. We are not scared to offend anyone. We are not scared to be offended.
Exactly, and I think that's the perfect part.
See, the
reason I'm loving him.
Trust me,
I wish and I hope he actually continues to get the numbers that he's been getting, because he's actually doing pretty good for a year and doing less than a year, I think.
Be warned, because we're going to be
He's
loud.
got the numbers that he could actually start getting some of these people to listen. Because he's got a Rush Limbaugh kind of sound, and it's perfect. It's what some of these people need to hear. And they can't hear it from somebody like me because they ain't going to listen to me.
And you know what? You know what else they're scared of with this new brand of liberalism? You know what else they're scared of with this? They're scared of you.
Exactly.
They're scared that you will come here every single day and listen to this new brand of liberalism that is not tied to academia, that is not tied to elitism, that is not tied to data and polls, that you don't need to know a whole pile of encyclopedias worth of information to understand certain liberal ideas of freedom and liberty.
Thank you.
Stay the fuck out of my life.
Thank you.
Don't
Get the
tell
fuck
me
out of my
who
life.
I can love. Don't tell me who I can fuck. Don't tell me what I can wear, what color my hair is. Don't tell me what is woke and what is not. Don't tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing, what religion I should and shouldn't be.
That's none of your business.
We don't have to go broke because of medical bills in this country. If Elon Musk can afford to lose $30 billion on Twitter, he can afford to cough up the money
in taxes.
So we can do things like make sure people don't go broke because of medical bills. Make sure
society actually has a bunch of working, healthy people that your corporation doesn't have to pay for.
Instead of dumbasses like we have some of these Moglodites.
Thank you.
It's obvious our education system has been failing us. Oh, you know what else? You know what else we could do? Speaking of education, we could make sure people get higher education after high school, tech school, college, career training, whatever it may be, and not have to be saddled to debt for the rest of their fucking lives. Speaking of the rest of their lives, it would be nice if folks in this country could afford to live, to have a home, to own a home.
They're going straight up to the Supreme Court.
Get a mortgage for
Screw you, Fifth Circuit. You're doing the
Might
same
be nice
crap
in this country
now.
For more people to settle down in their lives after they went through affordable schooling at the secondary level.
Let that thing get
see all the
filled
new
up.
liberalism and why they're afraid? Why they're afraid? Does these ideas sound radical to you? Do they sound radical when I say them? Do they sound radical how I say them? Well,
I hope not, because he's not doing a radical thing. All right, so
that's why they're terrified. They're terrified. I mean, even the haters in the chat here, even the haters in the chat
I love
here,
them.
Eventually, trust me.
Because the haters in the chat actually
the worst of them
help.
eventually will say things like this out in public. Yeah, you heard of this Tony Michaels guy? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't like Tony. Fuck Tony. But, you know, I agree with about 30-40% of what he says. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. And I'm telling you, we just can't stop. We just have to keep pounding the drum and keep going and keep pushing. We'll get there. We'll get there. Fascism will crawl back underneath its rock. And I'm going to make sure of it. And Gabe Sanchez is going to make sure of it, too. He's coming up. I'm telling you, he's coming up. He's coming in hot. So make sure you subscribe to Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel right now.
Already done that part. I actually picked him up today because that's what I did today.
Our audience is almost as big as it normally is. Everyone found us.
I've got to put these guys
Thursday
in
is a success.
I
will
add these guys
So I
to the
hope,
description
I hope
below
you support Gabe Sanchez
later
on
on.
his YouTube channel. I hope you watch his content, watch his videos, take them seriously. To consume them, share them around, share this channel with your friends and on social media and
this is
real
what
life.
I'm scared of.
Because we're trying to support content creators because that's what we have to have. Our microphones, every single one of them have to be amplified. Not just mine, not just Gabe's, but yours as well. So turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. It's Hide and Seek Thursday. Everyone stick around. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. right after this break.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? It's a rhetorical question at best. We'll be right back on the Tony Michaels Podcast.
Fellow patriots, what would you do if there was a Trump supporter right in front of you, crying in pain because they have to live under communist tyranny? We know what you would do. You'd reach out and give that true American a hand. Now, here's your chance.
Give that true American a hand.
You can
a slap in the face, that would be. Here, let me show you.
Socialist reign of terror. These are those Trump supporters, and this is that moment. Send your donation via Venmo to the real president, Donald J. Trump. It's only $50 a day, recurring. And it means you'll get these Trump supporters the critical help they so desperately need to survive under this false regime. Please donate now, because those Trump supporters you just saw can't wait another moment.
Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. We're back to the Tony Michaels Podcast.
Am I going to get power out of this? I don't think I am.
Welcome back to the Tony Michaels Podcast here on Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel. Don't forget, right now, if you have not subscribed to Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel, do that right now. Go down below, click subscribe, click the like button, go share it with 2 or 3 friends. Tell them to subscribe and share the broadcast as well. We're trying to support Gabe Sanchez today on Hide and Seek Thursday. I don't know, maybe we'll start doing Hide and Seek Thursday like once a month or something. And we'll find a channel. We'll go over. What do you guys think? You guys,
over their channel
I think you guys like this. Everyone's here. Seems like everybody's here today. Everybody.
The numbers are good.
Here.
That's a good thing.
That's a good. We're still broadcasting
I'm still
on Facebook
thinking I'm not going to get
and Twitch. So if you're out there and we're
any
on
power
Twitter
off
as
of
well.
this.
So if you're watching
dams.
on those
I
platforms,
love dams,
please,
but I hate them.
Please do us a favor and come over to YouTube for just a second. You can go back to your other broadcast if you like to watch on Facebook. Go over to YouTube and subscribe to Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel. You'll find the link.
See, I haven't been on
Twitter.
Facebook in so long. I wouldn't know what to do to get
Gabe
onto
Sanchez
Facebook.
Into YouTube
and take
bring
it
you to his channel.
in the doctor's office, in the doctor's presence, not at home. All that needs to be done in the first 7 weeks of pregnancy for the pill to be effective. Joining me now is Boston Globe columnist and co-host of Sisters-in-Law podcast.
We're gonna have Gabe Sanchez come in here in just a minute. Let's see. Do you guys like this hide and seek?
Whoa.
Let's see. The peekaboo.
Hey,
maybe we call it like Peekaboo Thursday. Peekaboo Thursdays.
Yeah, Justice Department just went to the Supreme Court.
Here's how the idea came about. Last month, I have got suspended for 7 days.
I think we got power.
Shit I said. I don't know.
I think we got power.
I say stuff. YouTube doesn't like it. I appeal. They still don't like it. So they keep me suspended for 7 days on my channel. But we had already been broadcasting from the Upwires channel. I wasn't ban-abating. I had already been broadcasting over there.
Yeah, I think we've got it now.
I hope that I didn't break terms of service. Anyways, the point is this, is that all of you followed us over to the Upwires channel.
Now we got
power oh my God.
There.
Our audience, because I say to you all the time, you're the best audience in the world, and you are. And you prove it time and time and time again. Today is proof. Right now, right here. It's proof that you are the best audience in the world. You showed up on a totally different channel with a totally different link. You found us.
Because I don't want, because this is going to
have. And it's important. These things are important to pay attention to. And I know some of the stuff we cover and some of the stuff we talk about seems minute. And it seems so small in the grand scheme of things. But all these things are interconnected. They really are. And we have to stay on top of the right wing and their narrative and their messaging and their bullshit.
They're bullshit.
Like
Thank you.
The Bud Light thing.
They're bullshit. Thank you with the Bud Light thing.
So if you're excited to watch a bunch of right wingers like Kid Rock and John Rich get absolutely mocked and destroyed for hating on rainbows that are printed on Bud Light cans, boy, are you in the right place. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to show you this video today. I'm going to show it to you. I got some vidges to show you, and boy, do I have, oh my God, I don't know who this fucking idiot is. but that there's some kind of Nazi beer that they're selling now because of there's rainbows on beer, so we need to have Nazi beer.
I don't get that. What is this Nazism that must be?
I'm not kidding you. A 6-pack of this Nazi beer costs $20. It ain't no wonder the right wing fucking cashes in on these grifts so much. These people are fucking dumb. Who in the fuck?
Yeah, I need to get the water back down here, so give it a few more minutes.
In their right mind would pay $20 for any 6-pack of beer.
Hold on 1 second.
I mean, Gabe Sanchez, what is the most that you have ever paid for a 6-pack of beer? What's the most you think you've ever paid?
I don't drink beer.
To your own channel.
Ooh.
Yeah,
thank you. See, I don't drink beer, so I can't even think about what would be the most.
6-pack.
The most.
I'm trying to think. Like, probably the most would be like a local brewery,
right?
And if it was them, then maybe
it's just like craft beer type.
Yeah. So like maybe like $12.
$12?
Something like $10, something like that.
I mean, really, honestly, that's the reason why I like to drink Natural Light is because you can buy like a 30-pack for like $8.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, like inflation goes up and the cost of Natural Light always goes down for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where also you're like, I can always rly on this thing to never go up in price.
Right.
It'll always stay where it's at. It's like, what was the product when inflation was going up? Everyone's like, oh, it was the Arizona iced tea, always 99 cents.
Right. Oh yeah, 99 cents
above that, right? Yeah. And this is one of those things too, where it's like Natty Light or anything else. You're like, yep, price is the same. I can always rely on it.
Right. I'm gonna be able to buy a Natural Light for nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, it's cheaper than water, really. I mean, it's mostly water, but
it's mostly water. I mean, you're hydrating while dehydrating. It's a great combo. It's like it's like the yin and yang of drinking.
And you get to get a little wasted in the meantime.
Yeah.
Man, do I have you? And I don't know if you've seen this.
I have.
This fucking commercial.
I knew what you were
setting me up for.
I know.
Oh my god.
This is okay. I just want to say this. This is why I cannot do parody commercials anymore. Really.
I know. That's what I was telling the audience.
Because I saw this last night, and I was like, "This is a joke, right?" And I was like, "No." And I went to the website and I looked it up, and I was like, "This is not a joke. Definitely not a joke. This is a real.
Not a joke.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm gonna give the guy credit. Like he wasn't trying to write comedy, and he walked into it.
That's
but
what
man,
they do.
It's fucking fantastic.
They're like, oh man, we're gonna own the libs, and then
complete another crash.
I mean, just this week, I brought it up before. It was like the right tries to own the libs, and then face plant
every time.
Face plant.
Well, I mean, I'm going to show you some face planting of Kid Rock and John Rich on this beer thing. Everyone is in the chat. Gary B says $12 is the most he's paid.
Yeah.
Roderick says 15. Betty Ann on Facebook says $12 in Canada.
Yeah, I feel like that's the
$8.
The
I mean,
most
this
expensive.
is kind of the consensus, like $8 to $12,
right?
Probably.
And I feel like the most I've paid
way below
has
20.
Been like when I've gone to a brewery and I was like, oh yeah, I like the little like the flight that I did, so I'm gonna buy that beer.
Oh boy!
And then I pay $12 for it, and that's how it is. But
here's another one. You do. Maria, it says I buy kombucha. Kombucha is $12 a 6-pack, but it's 8.3. So like, wow, like it might be $12, right? It might be $12, but that shit's heavy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not
like,
a big.
It's
I'm
like
not
$30 worth of fucking beer.
I'm not a kombucha person, but I remember when kombucha really hit the market hard. Because it had like 0.5 or 1% alcohol because of the fermentation, they were asking to be like, hey, can I see your ID? Right. And some of these kombuchas that were made when I lived in San Francisco, some of them, and again, I'm not a kombucha drinker, but I worked with people who did really love kombucha. And there were times at little like markets that we would go to, like a corner store, that they would be like, oh, I need to see your ID because of the alcohol content that's produced from the fermentation.
What's the one that's
man, that's kind of scary.
It's high in content, but it's an energy drink. It's got a lot of caffeine in it. What the hell is that?
Jolt.
Yeah. But it's really different. It used to be the OG.
They had to change it. They had to change it.
Yeah.
People were fucking like dying of alcohol poisoning and shit.
Well, a lot of people were blacking out. There was like the Four Loko challenge where you would try to drink as many as you could and just see where the night goes. I mean, it was pretty crazy. Like on college, when I was at college,
that was my birthday. I felt that. I mean, I drank.
Yeah, there was a couple of alcohols that when I was a bartender in the 80s and 90s.
Did you know this?
They had to lower their proofs because of people going too far.
Your brain can't fully function on that much alcohol, so it's not forming memories. So it's not recording, in other words. Did you know that?
Okay, so you just don't have a memory card in the slot.
Right.
You're like, I pushed the button. I swear I pushed the button.
Right. It's like if we started the broadcast here but didn't push start broadcast, nothing's recording.
And it's just
so there would be no memories.
Where is everybody?
It's lost. Right. Same way on my birthday. Same way on Fort Loko. But I don't know if you knew that. But here is. Let me show you this. I'm not going to show you the parody commercial first. I want to save that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Really
hilarious. This is a TikTok here. We're gonna go to TikTok for this video here. Let me see if I can.
All right, hold on.
Hey, y'all, I'm downtown Nashville on Broadway.
I'm not as used to this, so give me just a minute here. There we go. Okay.
All right, fine.
All right, here's a TikTok. Now this guy, his name is Father Nathan Monk. He's in Nashville, and listen to this video. This is fucking hilarious.
Hey y'all, I'm downtown Nashville on Broadway, right out in front of Kid Rock's joint down here. Now,
Kid Rock's joint.
Made a big stink pretending like he's all kinds of outraged about the fact that transgender people exist, and said that he has ended his relationship with Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, because of the fact that they support LGBTQ people. Well, we're about to go inside and see if they have Budweiser or if he's just participating in selective outrage.
Do y'all have Budweiser?
So John Rich, formerly of Big and Rich, also has a bar downtown.
Y'all have Budweiser?
Redneck Riviera.
Yeah, we have Budweiser.
So I had to actually back this up a couple times on this TikTok because he said big and rich, but I thought he said bigot and rich.
I mean, aren't they the same though?
Well, it could be.
Hello.
I just don't.
Hello.
I had to make sure.
Hello. I believe they're all the same thing.
See it being
today, at least.
The other way. I don't see a big and rich.
Nope.
I see a big and rich being the likely possibility.
Bigot and rich.
Bigot. I mean, look, we hear what we want to hear because it's probably true to what they said.
You know? Right. Well, and I appreciate this guy going to Nashville to make it. It sounds like he's from Nashville. He said he's from. Yeah, he's from. He's born. Well, and I think at the end of the video he says that he's like, look, the reason it's so important is because I'm from here. Right. Well, and he said in the beginning of the video, he said y'all. Right.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I mean, if that's it, you're like any y'all. Like, I know where you're from.
If he wasn't from a certain area of the country, he'd say, "Hey, you guys," or
"Hey guys."
Hey guys. Y'all.
Hey y'all.
He said, "Hey guys."
Hey guys.
Hey you guys.
Exactly. Hey guys.
He said, "Y'all." Folks.
Hey guys.
All right, let's listen.
Hello, y'all.
That's a poster of him right there. He also has claimed to end his relationship with Anheuser-Busch because, oh no, they support the LGBTQ community. Let's go find out if that's true as well, or if he is also just participating in selective outrage.
Oh, look there. Look there. Look
at I'd say that's selective outrage, all right.
Oh, my God. Right.
So you may be asking yourself, why do I give a shit about what a bunch of has-been washed-up recording artists from the 90s have to say? And I don't. Except for the fact that I grew up in this town. Nashville is my city. Tennessee is my home. And these guys aren't even from here. And they're wanting you to believe that that is what Nashville is. But it's not what Nashville is. But I'd love to show you.
See, change the thing. All right, doctor. Red roses too. I see the blue. For me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark sacred night.
Yeah, we're going to have to move this off of here. I don't get why it's such a bad picture.
What a wonderful world.
I know why okay. I did not realize this particular dongle.
And that is Nashville, folks.
Yeah. I can tell you,
not plugged
I've
in.
been to Nashville a couple
Let's
times.
Let's get the better.
Every time I've gone, both times, it's been awesome, right? Yep. I went there for just to hang. I went there for a bachelor party. It was a ton of fun. Went downtown. We just bar hopped around, did karaoke, sang, drank, met people.
Wait, you can sing? You can sing?
I don't know. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm no Tony Michaels. I'm no regular Wednesday night Jaeger drinking, karaoke singing Tony Michaels.
I did have like I don't know, it was 3 or 4 shots of Jaeger. I thought it was gonna be several weeks before I was gonna be able to drink Jaeger again. I will admit, but
well, you know what they say, hair of the dog, right?
Yeah, you gotta get it in.
Yeah. Oh boy.
No.
Oh no, that was my of choice for a while.
I want to go to Nashville this year. And the reason why is because the historic moment that has been made in Nashville. And I'm not talking about the video we just saw where Kid Rock and John Rich are bigoted.
I don't know. I would say it is pretty historic. Historic in the way that the right own themselves.
Right. Well,
right.
I mean, if you count
yourself
every time they do it, I mean, it doesn't.
Also, it could be historic. You know, if the ATF were called to Kid Rock's estate and. You know, who knows what kind of weapons he has there, right?
Right, that could be.
Right.
But you know, the thing that I think is historic about Nashville is what just happened last weekend, this week, where Cameron Sexton, who resides in Nashville, but he pretends to live somewhere else because he loves Nashville, because Nashville is the liberal city,
right?
In Tennessee, right? And he wants to take advantage of all the blue city, right? Because he likes that, because it's not a fucking shithole. He wants to take advantage of it, so he's carpetbagging and stealing a per diem from the state because he doesn't actually live in the district that he has his.
Well, that was quick. I figured it would take him about 2 to 3 days to figure out who actually did the leaking. See, what most people don't understand is you can do a lot of shit, but everything you print in government these days has markers on it that you can make copies of.
Like he had to rent it. He didn't live it. He just had to rent it.
But you're probably going to be discovered.
Here's the thing. Is because we have that story, right? And Cameron Sexton is the same one who sought to expel, who suspended the rules on the Tennessee House floor to play a video to bring a motion to expel 2 black men because they were loud while being black as legislators, right? And he expels those 2 black members. Not only did he do that, they didn't expel the white woman, which she stood in solidarity with those 2 black men. Right. Justin represented Justin Jones and represented Justin Pearson from Memphis. And Justin Jones is from Nashville. He represents part of Nashville. The craziest part to me is within days, Justin Jones marches from the council where they voted 36-0 to reinstate him to his seat. And he walks from the council to the Capitol with hundreds of protesters, stands on the Capitol steps to be sworn in. Only for Cameron Sexton and Republican Party, just like John Rich and Kid Rock are face planting in Nashville. Cameron Sexton face planted in Nashville. And yesterday it happened again. It happened again yesterday, where Justin Pearson of Memphis, in a unanimous vote, gets reseated to his seat that he was stripped of because he was loud while black when they were trying to do anything while the legislature was in session.
We don't want to talk about guns. Anything but talk about guns. Let's not talk about guns.
I mean, we've come to a point where asking Republicans to do the bare minimum, which is, hey, a bunch of people died. Can you at least acknowledge and care enough to do something? Even if you want to fucking sugarcoat something and not do it, whatever it might be, just show us that you have some sense of empathy or some sense of care for another person, especially as Republicans who claim, I'm a Christian, you can trust me.
They are not Christians. Sorry.
And then you find out, no, they
just I cannot say it enough. Sorry, your Christianity is not showing because the book I read ain't the book you guys are. Oh, it is. But see, you're just selectively following it.
If you agree to it or more, I will happily tell these victims.
Just like the law
and I will expel
and
these
CRT,
two black men from
you're misinterpreting it or interpreting it in a whole different way from the rest of the world.
Or legislator to prove that I'm the white guy and I've got all the power.
Right.
And as we learned, again, faceplant, boom, 4 or 5 days later, we're finding that both of these guys come back from expulsion to say, did you guys learn your lesson yet?
Like he literally
no,
just
they didn't, and they won't.
He's like, so what did we learn?
And they won't.
Huh? What did we learn? What did we learn?
Nothing. They've learned nothing.
It's like Justin Jones getting down on his knees talking to a little kid. What did you learn from your mistake, Sonny?
Did you learn from your
mistake?
mistake?
So what are we going to do next time,
Did you learn anything from your mistakes?
Oh, my God.
Did you get anything from that?
Unanimously voted back in. So we know that we're fucking safe.
Exactly.
Try it again. I fucking dare you. Because that's the reality, too. Both of them coming back in strongly, right? Unanimous vote to get reinstated after expulsion. They know they're fucking they are safe no matter what happens. So if Cameron Sexton wants to pull this shit again, I say good fucking luck, man.
Keep going, buddy.
Fucking done.
Get your fucking shovel out and dig your grave.
Especially since Cameron's got some issues of his own that you know.
Keep going, buddy.
Yeah,
keep going.
Try it again.
They're getting pointed out, and it may not have anything. Yeah, they may never do anything about it in this session, but because they're being pointed out, they will get fixed.
Situation for them,
right?
A modern day Little Rock situation, you know, and so
yep,
I would completely agree.
I agree.
You know, their racism and their bigotry was on full display,
right?
And they didn't get what they wanted, and the fascism, you know, of what they were trying to do.
You know, I think the most stunning thing about it is that Cameron Sexton and Tennessee Republicans had no foresight in the backlash of what they were about to do.
They never do.
They were like, we're gonna get rid of these uppity boys, and they're gonna be gone, and everyone's gonna cheer us, and they're gonna love us. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
And we're gonna be national heroes. And the opposite happened.
Right.
Like the opposite. I mean, and they didn't have the foresight to even see that was the political ramifications of what they were about to do.
But they never do.
Fucking
gas prices. Right. I did that. That fucking backfired. Inflation 5% down, cooling over this last report.
Whoa! You with your data and facts. Easy on the truth there, Sonny. But
I'm just saying.
That's why I say, and I know it feels like what does Justin Jones and Justin Pearson being expelled from the Tennessee House by Cameron Sexton and a bunch of bigoted white dudes who represent the Republican caucus because they're loud while black? What does that have to do with this Bud Light thing? It has everything to do with it, because this is their total mindset. They have no other fucking gear, no other mode than own the libs. That's it. Full stop. They have no other mode. That's why Missouri, they defunded libraries. Every single fucking penny. What is crazy about this Missouri library thing is they're having to go through and figure out what libraries are going to not exist anymore, because they're not going to get state funding. They're only going to rely on property tax, because in the state of Missouri, as in most states, public libraries are partially funded by state dollars, partially funded by property tax, right? Well, what's crazy is in the bigger cities, the bluer areas where property values are higher, and there's more properties, right? So there's more people paying per parcel.
And closer
in
to
those areas,
the suburbs that have the more tax dollars.
That are put into
in other words, the Danvilles instead of the Brentwoods in the Bay Area. Danville, closer to San Francisco, Orinda, even closer, considered a suburb.
Those are the ones that are not going to be shut down. The libraries that are shut down are the rural libraries, the smaller communities, where sometimes that's their only access to the outside world. They don't have
including internet in some cases.
But what I mean by that is they may not have high-speed internet, but in that library.
Thank you. Exactly.
Email, but in that library.
But in that library.
I mean,
exactly.
It may be their only digital access to that world.
I mean, in some ways, you could consider these libraries as the digital oasis, right?
Right.
Like in many of these areas, the only place to connect with the outside world that isn't a landline phone.
And it's not going to be Elon, because we can see already it's not going to be Elon.
Are you kidding me? So foresighted because
are you fucking kidding me? The last time it packed,
library is really more
of
a digital hub than a hub for books. They're terrified. I mean, they're almost as scared of books as they are drag queens. I mean, these mass bookings, I tell you what, Gabe Sanchez,
the only thing
these
that's
mass
in here
bookings
is
are leaving are leaving Republicans knowing the truth everywhere, and it's really devastating to their cause.
There is a trail of bodies left behind these books. I mean, pages thrown, book covers slashed,
right,
bodies just slain.
These high-powered books,
right.
These books of war.
The mighty librarian brings up a point. She says the Constitution in Missouri says libraries shall be funded. So it'll be interesting to see, and most likely will be challenged in the courts.
Well, that's why they defunded them. Okay, so what happened was the Missouri legislature wanted to stick their hands into the library's business. And what I mean by that is they wanted to tell these libraries what books they could and couldn't have on the shelves. So the librarians took to the courts and said, no, you can't. You
can't do that because that's First Amendment. Hello,
what we're going to
hello.
Put in
It's before everything else. We put the First Amendment. That one thing you're not supposed to even touch.
If we don't get anything to say in it, we'll not fund you. We just won't give you a single nickel.
Right.
That's where this came down, right? That's where they're at. So we'll see. We'll see who wins out here. Is it? I don't know. The public, the people. Listen, I know a lot of people. The only way they can afford to watch movies is to go
do this
to the library
one more
and
time.
rent them
I had
through
it
the public library
perfect.
through DVDs. Like literally, that's the only way they can afford to watch movies. They don't have Netflix. They don't have Hulu. They don't. Have
because
Disney.
they don't have high-speed internet. They could not do a stream like I do right now.
The only way that they get to
at
watch
all,
some of
they
these
just
movies
couldn't do it.
is
Even
through the
if
public
they
library.
had,
And I don't know if people
even
know
if,
that, but your public
Elon
library
wasn't a complete and utter fucking lying sack of
now, a lot of
shit.
them limit how many, but you can go rent
And
movies
you could actually do what he says Starlink's supposed to do, which is the ability to do this.
That connects with
get at least 100 down. That's all I want. That's all I want from anybody. 100 down and 25 up. That's all I need. If I can get 100 down, 25 up, I'm good. I've got it, but I can't get it from Elon. I can't get it. And you know what? I can't even get it from AT&T anymore.
I can do it from my Kindle as well.
Yep.
And it's an amazing thing. I can look on the phone and be like, oh, you know what? There's a wait list for that book, or there's a wait list for whatever that piece of content is, and I can wait on it. I can add myself to it.
Add yourself to the list. I mean, right on your phone.
Technology allows you to have access to these things without having to leave your home, without having to actually go to the library, because you can go to the library website, sign up, get your card, and then you can get it in the mail. You use this app, you log in.
Right, exactly. Our library is the same way here in the suburbs of San Francisco. You literally get the app, you get your card, you prove your address with a piece of mail, and you're done. Once you've proven that, you're good.
I now can have access to the Kindle version of these books.
All those books.
Without having to go into the library.
Well,
exactly.
Here's the thing, too, is that a lot of people don't even know that these services
exist.
What services the library has, because they got a lot of services at the library, not just books. Again, movies, at newspapers. I mean, if you can't afford newspaper subscriptions, but you want to read the newspaper, you can go read the news at
the library.
I mean, the library is a
exactly
right. Well, and Ben says it best here.
You know, I did so many of my book reports in the Richmond,
and the reason why they belong to the people is because they're
Richmond Library.
What's the word? Public,
the San Pablo Library.
Is that the word? It's publicly funded. So it means our tax dollars pay for
Berkeley
that
Library
to be organized in a way that we can access
because I did my high school time mainly there. And then off to Hawaii. And I did it in Hawaii's library because I was able to do it at UH's library.
Listen,
we were in Hawaii.
Public libraries are so
in the
popular
80s.
in rural
early
Missouri
80s.
that they set up
late 70s, early 80s.
Yep. Like
because that library had everything you needed.
Not every community, because
everything.
Libraries cost money. It's a building. There's people got to be in there. They're called librarians. There's just shit that happens, right? So regionally in Missouri, a lot of these communities don't even have libraries, but they have what they call, I think it's called a lockbox library.
Lockbox library, yes. Where it's just a box outside, basically.
Like the ones that you see at an airport.
Right.
So you would go on the app, rent it, and it would go to the lockbox in your community.
Right.
Instead of having like mobile libraries like they used to have, they have these lockboxes. So then you go, you scan your code, the lockbox opens, you pull your material out.
Or real, because you had to have a real. In the old days of real books.
And that is giving access to those libraries in those very small rural communities in Missouri. Guess what's going to happen when they don't have funding from the state? Guess what's going to happen?
I don't know. What's going to happen?
They're not going to have those. They're not going to have those. Mighty Librarian are our librarian
here, on staff.
Yeah, on staff. Here at the Tony Michaels podcast, she says you can get ebooks, devices, all sorts of things. Our libraries have zoo tickets.
What?
Yeah. Listen, if they have events, I mean, I'm telling you, it's almost like they want people to read and learn things. It's almost
yes.
like
yes. You want them to be able to read.
I know these are radical woke ideas.
Read. Get to know things. Make society a better place. You can't have the.
They want people to be well versed in worldly views.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's
information is a motherfucker. But here's the thing. Is that the reason why they don't want this is because they're terrified that people will know the truth. Like this whole fucking beer thing. Because we just watched the truth about John Rich, bigoted and rich, and Kid Rock.
And we've seen it before, right? Kid Rock wearing a Coors jacket. None of them know the history.
Coors is gayer than Bud Light. I mean, like, if we had to have the 10 gayest beers,
oh, my God. You know what we went through in the 80s with Coors?
Those Rockies aren't a rainbow, you know?
Right.
Literally.
Exactly. Well,
and boycotting Coors.
In the past. Well, I think
and how many bars would not even go along with it when we were like, no, we didn't buy it.
For Pride.
And they were pushing it like there was no tomorrow for a point there.
Because again, that's
the mountain. But what I'm saying is, like, you know how when it's cold, the Rockies turn blue.
Oh well, I don't know. You're talking about the special can.
Yeah.
See, I'm more offended that Coors is like, look, our can tells you when it's cold and it's got rainbows on it. Like, come on, man.
No,
really? I know when the can's cold, I fucking pick it up.
I don't know, man. But the can tells me when it's
how
really...
do I want to?
And that's when I know. That's when I know I have to crack it open and go.
You and your Coors.
I love the way they do this.
I'll drink it all. I'm from the
because
Midwest.
now I got a problem that my
freaking
railroad goes right through the middle of the road.
Really?
Right to where I need it.
You would rather have Keystone or Natty Light over Coors?
Not Keystone. Definitely Natural Light. Definitely Bud Light or Michelob. I mean, I like Michelob.
Michelob? No, man. Michelob's lower on the list for me. Lower on the list.
I mean, that's like the bougiest beer I drink.
Yeah,
you're like, what
Michelob 64. You're watching your cows on that one. You know?
I haven't drank beer in so long. I just never was a beer person. Could never get into it. It was like, what is this? You're renting this? What is the point of renting this shit?
Speaking of getting hungover and face planting on beer, let's get to this parody commercial. I'm going to show you this. This guy really brands Bud Light really well in the commercial. But
it's a great shot. Great shot. I was like, baseball, beer.
Right. Before we watch this, if you want to watch real parody and satire, intentional parody and satire, make sure right now that you subscribe to Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel. That's where we're broadcasting live. And you'll be able to watch all the famous commercials you see here on the Tony Michaels podcast. You'll be able to watch those and more. You'll be able to watch What Was That? Every single week here on Gabe Sanchez's channel when he releases it publicly. So make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification right now while you're on his YouTube channel. We're playing Hide and Seek Thursdays. They all found us. Every fucking last
that's
one
awesome.
Of our audience.
I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but then I was watching from the back end in the studio, and I was like, ooh, okay, people are in here. It's great.
They turned out. And I think it's because of this video, really. Because Gabe Sanchez, as good as videos as you make, I don't know that you'll ever be able to outdo this.
Dude, when I saw this last night, I was like, well, I fucking quit, dude.
Right?
Like, I saw it last night, and the first instinct was like, this can't be real. And then like 15 seconds in, I was like, this is real. God damn it.
And it's oh my God, it oozes of this white male fragility that I was talking about earlier.
Making a problem. Because what it is Republicans, they're outraged, they're fake outraged, they make a problem, and then they have to introduce a solution, which is you pay $19.99 for a six-pack and watch a guy kind of pathetically tell you how these beers are woke.
I guess.
And his beer is better?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, let's watch. It's less than a minute, so let's take
beer.
a listen here to the unintentional parody of MAGA.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use.
Oh my God.
Seriously? That's why I created Conservative Dads Ultra Right 100% woke-free beer.
You heard that right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Woke-free
This beer is all white, man. It's all white.
Oh,
it's
man,
so white,
it's all white.
I can see through
Love
it.
that, all white beer.
I couldn't make it through the whole thing. Okay, so first off, this goes to the heart of what we've talked about before. These people aren't really scared of what's printed on the can, and I'm going to prove to you that here just in a bit when he takes a baseball bat to a Bud Light can. I'm going to prove to you that it's not about what's printed on the can, because they can't even find the cans that they're pissed off about, right? Even for this commercial. I'm serious. Even for this commercial, they can't even find the cans that they're pissed off about. Here's the thing, is this goes to the heart of these guys are so terrified if they go to a bar and they see a beautiful woman in the bar and they want to hit on her or creep on her or be rapey with her. You know how this guy is. Come on. He's like 100% woke-free, alt-right beer. I don't put anything in women's drinks. You know, that kind of shit. Okay, here's his fear. And I'm starting to see where this is playing out here. It's becoming clear. These fucking fragile white men are in a bar, right? And they look across the room, and there's a beautiful, oh, man, she must be 5'10", 5'11". Oh, sexy woman. Got beautiful clothes on, showing her shoulders. Oh, my God, she's gorgeous.
Showing her shoulders. Tony,
gorgeous.
Please.
Gorgeous.
That is too pornographic for me.
Now, he notices that she's drinking a Bud Light, Gabe Sanchez. Now he starts to think, whoa, that Bud Light, that turns you trans. And he just gets all kinds of confused, and he is wondering to himself, because he's so focused on bathrooms. I can't believe that they tee off in this commercial about wieners, about genitalia. Immediately, they're like, they don't even know what bathroom to go into and the genitalias and stuff. Literally, that is their first focus, is on genitalia in bathrooms. Like,
you
immediately.
You actually know how you could solve this whole problem right away. You make unisex bathrooms.
Yeah, right. I think
isn't that what Congress has now? I basically
you don't have to have a bunch of stalls or urinals or whatever. Make unisex bathrooms.
Yep. Exactly.
You can shit in privacy. You don't have to worry about
exactly. Thank you.
Doing that right. You don't have to make weird sounds or whatever. You know.
Wait. Let's say you're in the bathroom, right? You're taking a shit. Someone's taking a shit next to you. Aren't you encouraging them? Like, yeah, get it out, man.
I mean, sometimes people might have anxiety and they're like, oh, I don't want to shit next to someone, right? Somebody might be like, I forgot what it was. I was watching a show or a movie and somebody was in the bathroom with another guy and they farted. And then the guy looks over and is like, that's the whole point. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Exactly.
Right. It is. Well, like there's
thank you. That's the whole point of the room.
Like in San Francisco, there's a bar that I would used to go to that had unisex bathrooms, right? It just had a trough where you'd wash your hands. But then unisex bathroom, you go in, lock the door, boom, done. Like, you don't have to worry about it. But the funny thing is, the first time I ever went there, they had vents on the side, right? You know. And I walked in and I heard this like, oh God, like I heard these sounds and I was like, holy shit. Someone's having sex.
Are they banging in the bathroom?
I was like, someone's having sex in the bathroom, dude. This is nuts.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're going to do it in private at a bar.
Right. So I was like, oh my God. So like I, left, washed my hands, went to the table I was at, and I was like,
dude, ran away.
I was like,
ran away.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, guys, I'm pretty sure someone's banging in the bathroom over there. And they're like, and my friend was like, no way. And a girl that we were with, she's like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll see. She goes over. And of course, I didn't tell her which door I went into, right? So she went over and she's like, I heard it too. And I was like, well, which one? She's like, oh, I went over to the corner. And I was like, oh, I was on this end. And I was like, unless there's somebody fucking real loud in here, it's got to be something else. What I found out was they were bringing in audio as like a gag. Like, it's just something they did at the bar, and they would play it through the vents, so it would go through, and it sounded like the person
someone's having sex.
Oh my God,
that's
fucking awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Dara's here. She says just shit at home. Hey, listen. Sometimes you go to the bar and
you have speakers in the goddamn. Oh, I love it.
You can't make it home. You just can't make it home. That's sometimes, nature does its thing. But let's watch nature do its thing with this dumb fuck. Let's
wait. What does his bracelet say?
I'm closet
freedom.
Closet?
No, freedom speaks up. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's his organization. I went to this guy's Twitter page. Watch it. and looked at his page. His page is more fragile than his commercial. Let's watch.
As conservatives, we're constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it.
Watch him throw this ball. This is fucking terrible.
If you know which bat.
What a fucking cuck. Can't even throw a baseball.
And then watch how and then watch him as he's about to hit this beer can. The stance and the pivoting of his foot, it's way off, man.
He totally knows how to sports ball.
He's like, I bought this baseball cap from the store.
Right. I also got this wooden stick here to hit the they called it a bat.
I bet you this bat was made not in America.
I would. It's probably not an American-made bat, and it's probably a Chinese-made bat because we know that Trump likes American-made bats. I mean, because he said American-made bats, like American-made bats, like 100 times.
Right.
That's why he.
It was an American-made bat. I wasn't threatening Alvin Bragg.
It's an American-made bat
that I have in the White House.
That's an American-made bat.
I never saw the photo when I posted
made in America bat.
So I can't be held liable.
Did you hear me? I cannot be held liable for a made in America bat.
Not at all. Let's watch. Let's see if you get a threat kind of vibe from this America-made baseball bat.
Bathroom to use. You know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values.
Okay, here we go. So I want to point out that he does a really good job. I mean, Bud Light's huge, right? It's the whole
Framed
fucking
up.
frame.
Yeah. And it's a tall boy, so it's like, oh, wow, man, you're not going for the little 12-ounce can.
Well, do you think he could swing and hit a 12-ounce can?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't. Here's the thing. What I will say is, like, you'd think that he would be pretty good at nailing a small target, considering that he's got to focus on one down there
all the time.
Yeah, I figure, like, he's got to deal with something small down there, and so aim is probably got to be pretty good with.
Right. Well, I want to point something out here. This can has no rainbows.
No. You do know that none of these cans had anything to do with Dylan Mulvaney?
Well, it's almost like that manga is really stupid and they always miss the mark.
Yeah.
Almost like this guy would miss a 12-ounce can. That's why you got to get a tall boy.
Did you know that they... God, this is how fucking stupid they are. All right, so Dylan Mulvaney, for people who don't know, a trans TikTok activist star, got these cans. Special cans. Cans that no one else got, okay?
Right.
That had Dylan's face on it.
You're telling me that Bud Light's not selling these cans.
Exactly. So then Republicans are like, I'm going to go buy these cans with Dylan's face on it, and then I'm going to throw it out. And what they found is that there are no cans with Dylan's face on it. The only thing they have is, like, pro LGBTQ messaging, where it's like, hey, I support, I'm this, I blah, 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 whatever it might be. It's just words. It's just fucking words.
Are they loud words? Are they loud?
But I'm sure Republicans think that if it's on the can, then the transitive property, like osmosis, like all of a sudden if I drink the can, then I'm gay kind of thing. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if Republicans really do believe that there's a woke, gay, anti-vax.
No, it's not Republicans. It is their followers.
You become
it is the
this leftist,
idiotic men my age that have made stupid by actually using testing that has nothing to do with education and everything to do with making sure you've got a pliant group of stupid men.
Horrible.
And to the rest of you see?
As someone who played baseball for many years through high school, look, boom, he loses contact. You follow when you swing, when you make contact. Fucking look at him blink his eyes like a little bitch. You never do that. You continue.
Don't take your eyes off the ball. You
do not take your eyes off the ball. You continue through. You swing through. You don't fucking let go of that out of your sight.
Okay, what happened to my
guy?
What a pussy. Okay, well, and then he does this little threatening thing with the baseball bat.
Every once in a while, it gets a little weird.
It was American-made bat. I was promoting American-made bats. I wasn't threatening anyone. Let's watch.
Hey, let's see if I can get it to do what I need it to do.
And to the rest of you,
that's a little high.
Stay the fuck away from our kids.
Stay the fuck away from our kids. Okay,
look. When were kids ever mentioned in any of these fucking beer campaigns.
That's what I'm telling you, man. That's why I'm saying, man, they're focused on the genitalia and the kids because it's all projection. You're like, what does this have to do with Tennessee and Jones being expelled? It's because it's the same shit over and over again. It's the same stupid fucking own the libs. We're a bunch of real America First Nazi shit. That's all it is. Now, I want to point out, he says order online. ultrawrightbeer.com. All right.
Yeah.
Now I want to show you, because I'm not going to go to the website, but I'm going to show you a screenshot here from ultrawrightbeer.com. This is the beer can, right?
That's not even the beer can that he had, by the way.
No. Well, I mean, obviously they're trying, because my guess is if you ordered this, it would take like months to get it.
You want to know what I think he's doing?
What's that?
I would be willing to bet $1,000 on this. That's how confident I am. What he's doing, and you see it, and I don't know if that's how the final version of the can will be. I'm sure this is like a prototype or a mock-up or something. But the can that he has actually with him when he's in that commercial, if you notice, it's one, they're wholesale cans that are purchased. But I wouldn't be surprised, because you can do this. You can literally go on to Google and you can say, I want to buy white label. You can do wine if you want.
Right.
I know friends who have done that.
You could print your
people.
face on it. You could print your own brand on it for like a party. Like for a wedding. A lot of weddings will print like their wedding stuff on the beer cans.
You can do beer cans. You can sell the whole pack in a 6-pack. You could do a 30 rack, an 18, whatever you want. This is, I guarantee this is what he's doing. He made a website. It's drop shipping white labeled beer from some company. And then
I bet Anheuser-Busch's bottle.
I bet you anything, yeah.
What do you want to bet?
If you want to bet what's inside, it ain't going to be anything but Anheuser-Busch white label.
I'm sure they have some.
Or they're going to say
brewery somewhere.
Some brewery somewhere.
Where they're like, oh yeah, we outsource.
Yeah, we'll can it for you.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you guys want? It was like you have I know people that have done it for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, whatever. And they put their face, they put a photo, whatever it is. It's, you fucking pay someone to just fill a beer can with standard ale, lager, whatever it might be. You pick it, you name it, and
you know what's funny is Anheuser-Busch. You would think they'd be like, no, we're not going to do this. Fuck this. This is against us. They're like, yeah, hell yeah, we'll bottle this shit for you.
They actually will.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. So you're going to do this to
sell you a generic in a heartbeat because they'll make money off of it.
Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And the reason why
they're buying the Gabe beer is in the can.
Right.
The Gabe beer is in the can.
It's a white fragile male can, but the beer in it is woke.
You can't take the gay out of the beer, man. It's already in it.
Yeah, take the woke out of the beer, man.
So here's a screenshot from the website where you can buy it. Now again, this is called Conservative Dad.
I'm going to
what the fuck? Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer. What a horrible fucking branding name for a beer.
I'm not going to say it online because someone's going to take the idea. I have an idea for another product.
Save it.
Yeah.
But this is a 6-pack, folks, for $19.99, and I'm sure that does not include shipping and handling. No fucking way does that include shipping and handling. So
not at all.
My assumption is that you're right in your guess, Gabe Sanchez. The reason why 100%. This shit is $19.99 is because they're charging him full price to bottle or can this beer and print his label on it, and he has to sell it for $19.99, which is $8 over probably the price of about $12, so he can make a decent margin, so he can grift these dumb motherfuckers that are gonna buy this fucking Bud Light that's packaged up in some fucking white fragile male can for $20 a 6-pack. Good luck to you dumb motherfuckers. Add stupidity to cart, baby. I want 12
because
of
they
these.
buy this shit.
They
buy it.
Do you want to know?
They buy it and then waste it. Oh my God, on this stupid fragility that has nothing to do with anything.
How long?
Read some science books and you'll go, what? Actually, read that fucking Bible that you keep faking that you actually say you have read.
So what are they saying on their website? How long it's going to take for them to get Budweiser to can this beer? How long is it going to take Budweiser to can this beer?
They said it's in production and it won't be available to ship out. And this is an approximation, which means it'll probably be later than this also. May 11th is when they will approximately start shipping them out, which means for the next month, you're not going to get shit. You're not going to be able to. A month is going to go by, and you're going to get this fucking can on your doorstep in like probably a couple months, realistically, and you're going to be like, wait, what did I order again?
Right.
You're gonna. No one's gonna remember it.
The other thing too is it's gonna be
remember what shows up on the doorstep.
It's gonna be fucking skunked by the time it gets to you. It's because
100%.
They're not gonna drop ship this beer, right?
No,
Whoever's bottling it for, they're gonna ship it in pallets to this wherever this dumb motherfucker's at.
Okay, look, you know Trump's water, right? The Trump water. Same shit. It's just
water doesn't skunk as bad as beer.
Trump water might. I don't know. You never know, right?
Depends on the cheap ass plastic you put
It's like I wouldn't wash my
socks with this. But you look at this, and it's like I guarantee that he's doing this white label drop ship, okay, which is like a lot of people do it, and it's an easy way to make money. But it won't come out for another month, which is in production, as the website says, which means there's some facility somewhere. They take the labels and they gotta slap them on a bunch of blank silver cans, right? And then in a month from now, they're gonna start shipping them out. And then at some point in the near future, after that, could be a couple weeks, could be a month, could be a couple months, depending on where you are, depending on where you were in the wait list or whatever it is. And someone's gonna get it at their house, and they're gonna be like, "I totally forgot I bought this. Why did I buy this again?" And then they're gonna drink it, and they're like, "This tastes fucking gay."
Why
does this
taste
gay?
Why does this taste like
Bud Light?
Right. This tastes like gay. Is that what you say?
Why does this taste gay?
This tastes
I don't get why it tastes gay.
Yeah, it's not. It
gay
doesn't
tasting.
It tastes like gay. Like I could easily see them like. He's like, psh, opens up a warm one too because he's like, oh man, I gotta own the libs.
Well, yeah. I mean, immediately, because the package comes to the front door. They're making social media videos, and they crack it open right away. So it's not cold.
Because, and I doubt he has the infrastructure or is willing to pay the money to ship this thing. Tastes like unicorns. Tastes like fucking rainbows, man. Rainbows.
BIE on Twitch says tastes like unicorns.
Oh my god, that just made me think of another idea. Okay,
well, keep writing down.
But
here's our audience is the best in the world. Here's James on YouTube. He says gay-ish.
Maybe George Santos will want them to have this as a sponsor, right?
Ish.
Like gay-ish, right? But
gay-ish.
If you have to remember the timing of this, right? May 11th is when they come out of production.
Wait. Comment on YouTube says translite.
I'm writing that one down. I think that's gonna make a cameo in this video. I have another thing about what happens when you drink it.
Because I'm gonna let you finish on like the TikTok of when these people are gonna get this or not get this beer, I should say, because that's probably gonna be one story that we're gonna see is this guy's grifting and he's gonna get sued because he can't fulfill these orders fast enough or some shit. I'm sure we're gonna see this later on, and we're gonna probably do 2 minutes, 3 minutes on it later because we're gonna be like, you remember this dipshit that did the commercial?
Yep.
But the craziest part about all of it is that beer companies and beverage companies have been supporting all kinds of communities for a long time because they sell beer to everyone, and hate does not sell anymore. It doesn't sell. That's why this fucking Seth guy
does not do well.
Bonehead with this ultra right MAGA all white beer that he's got. He's gonna flounder, and it's gonna fuck him up probably. And the reason why is because you think Budweiser is scared of this guy fucking putting out $20 a 6-pack beer. You won't be able to compete with Bud Light in the long run, you dumb son of a bitch. Bud Light InBev owns like a really big percentage of the market share, number one. Number two, they're a huge multinational corporation who owns Budweiser, and they own brand after brand after brand, and you don't even know it. It's even hard for you to find out which ones they own and which ones they have owned and which ones they don't own anymore. We went through that yesterday. But it is
because it's hard to figure it all out.
That this guy thinks that this is going to be nothing more than a couple $10,000 that he's going to make on a grift until people are like, what the fuck? No, I'm not going to reorder your fucking skunk ass beer that showed up tasting like shit. And it's probably, it tastes just like Bud Light anyways, shitty ass Bud Light. Come on, man. And I'm going to pay $20 for a 6-pack? Get the fuck out of here. I can't even get drunk on a 6-pack. What's wrong with you? $20?
if you think about it, right? Like,
that's
people
perfect.
who this is, okay, this beer is a novelty beer. Okay, no one's going on the website unless they're fucking idiot. But then again, who knows? They're Republicans and they're willing to give their fucking refinance their house and put their mortgage up when it comes to supporting Trump. So who knows? Maybe they will. But I can't imagine somebody going, "Oh man, you know how I'm going to own the libs? I'm going to buy 10 packs of this. Okay, 10 packs. That's $200. You know, like these people who are going to buy this novelty beer, because that's what it is. It's $20 for a can of standard runoff beer from some Budweiser or Miller Coors or whatever it might be. It is runoff from the brewery saying like, oh yeah, we got some extra shit that we'll just like whatever. And I'm like, it's been sitting in the fucking tank right now, so it's good enough, right? But like that's what it is. He's like 4 ingredients, right? It's hops and barley and this and that. Like, dude, I'm sure there's more to it than you think. But also the idea that somebody, because remember the timeline. All right, so May 11th is when they approximately, and it's probably not going to happen then, approximately come out, right, of production. They start shipping them, okay? What happens in June, Tony?
In June?
Yeah, what's in June?
Well, what is in June?
Pride Month.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So Pride Month is
June.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this guy thinks, hey, you know how I'm going to own the fucking libs? I'm going to start shipping this shit out in May, right? Which, by the way, even before June hits, the marketing department, the beer companies, the production facilities,
that was done back in
up to say,
June.
We got all the gay beer, get ready for it.
Right.
We got rainbows. We got pro LGBTQ
but remember,
messaging.
That wasn't done in May or April. That was actually done 4 months ago.
Gay people.
It was done before the end of the year. It was done in December and January for shipment on those days. Because we already know what the numbers are going to be for this summer. We have a good idea, especially since we're post-pandemic. We're going to have a much more increased summer.
Pro-right, pro-MAGA,
we're going to have only our second.
Pro-bigot, anti-LGBTQ to only be fucking trumped by a gay woke ass beer that's gonna have a whole month, a whole fucking month to celebrate that community. That's how fucking dumb he is. That's how fucking dumb he is.
You said trumped. Was that?
Yes, it was intentional.
Oh, it was intentional.
I got a few more
of course
names here. Let's see.
Hello.
I think we meant Yeehaw.
Yeehaw
Life.
Well, Trump.
Ultra Trans Gay Ale. This is the best one. Cuck Ice.
Cuck Ice.
Look at Gabe Sanchez. He's like, oh, you guys are right.
Yeah, these are great. These are great. I had some other ideas. There's one. I mean, dude, the Translite is a great one. I probably will run with
Ice.
that.
Cuck Ice.
That's
hilarious.
That
That's great.
I do love that one too.
Some of these are pretty good. I've got some other ideas on like what the side effects are or what the result of drinking these things are. God. You know, how you finish when you drink it. You know, I got all these ideas.
Are you gonna do a commercial?
Yes, I'm gonna do
we're definitely gonna play it on the show then. Now, also while we're here on Gabe Sanchez's channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the
Raymond
incoming
Lee.
parody satire beer commercial, which I'm sure is going to be Cuckalobe Ultra. Oh my God. Which is likely to be in tough competition with the non-satire, non-parody faceplant that we just watched. But all this is interconnected, Gabe Sanchez. Mm-hmm. It is all interconnected. It is all interconnected. Yesterday, did you watch the video of Justin Pearson being reinstated? After the Tennessee legislator had the gay beer tantrums and they expelled 2 black members for being loud while black.
Did you see Tucker Carlson respond to that?
Get me that clip. I'm going to play the clip here of moments after Justin Pearson, and he was speaking here after he was reinstated. Let's listen to what he had to say.
You can't expel hope. You can't expel our voice. And you sure can't expel our fight. We look forward to continue to fight. Justice rolls down like water. Righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Let's get back to work.
Well, Put that in your cuck beer can and drink it then. Oh my God! Here's another scene from Memphis because Justin Jones. The unique thing about Justin Jones being reinstated the other day was that he was reinstated in Nashville, which was just blocks away from the Capitol. So he was able to walk once he was reinstated. He was able to walk down the street to the Capitol.
He took a parade to it.
To be sworn back in as a representative. Justin Pearson doesn't quite have that unique experience because he's in Memphis, which is it's a ways away from Nashville. But they did march in the streets with Justin Pearson. Here's a video of that.
Oh yes, they did. Oh yes, they did. People, please shoot side. Do not shoot that. TikTok has ruined us.
How many people are actually marching
these
down
damn
the street
shorts.
Stop
shooting like that.
Be clear about
Hate
this.
that.
This is
stop shooting up and down.
More support showing up to
shoot sideways. That's the way you're supposed to shoot.
Than what showed up in the largest city of the world to support Donald Trump when he was shamed publicly by being arraigned on
yesterday and today, like when he's sitting here in court today?
That Justin Pearson's crowd is way bigger. He draws way bigger crowds than Donald Trump. Let's continue. So there you have it. Justin Pearson's being he's going to be. Was he sworn back in today, or did they swear him in yesterday?
I believe it's today.
I didn't see if they swore him in yesterday.
Yeah,
I believe it's today.
I caught news. I was filming a what was that actually? At the time at which I saw the tweets go out that he was
where he was being reinstated. Yeah. I was watching it as it was happening. Him being reinstated, and it was it's historic moments, right? Like these people making social media videos where they're shooting Bud Light cans that don't have Dylan Mulvaney.
It's going to be something that's going to be seen later on in history.
Making their own beer for 20 hours.
It might be, but it's not the reason you won't want it to be. That's going to be the problem, baby. It ain't going to be child. Ain't nobody
are doing the real work of democracy in Tennessee, and the reason why they're doing it is because they have our voices behind them to do it. That's the reason why. I mean, yes, they are intelligent men, and they care about their country. They care about their states. They care about their communities. It is obvious that these two are very serious about policy. It is obvious that these two are very serious about being lawmakers for the constituents that voted them to be lawmakers. And they're doing that work. All the while, fragile white men like Cameron Sexton are stealing money from Tennessee because they're lying about where they're living. And Kid Rock, who has a bar, and John Rich, who has a bar in Nashville, just down from the Capitol, just within spitting distance of the Capitol, are shooting and talking about gay, queer beer. And that's their issue. While Justin Pearson and Justin Jones are crowds and crowds and crowds of people who care about their country, who care about their communities, are crowding at the Capitol saying enough's enough. Do something about gun violence. Do something real.
And that shows you how much Republicans care / really don't care at all, because what it is they don't care to talk about the kids that had the 3 children that died and 3 adults that died. That is the perfect spot for it.
I love that.
Elementary school, right? They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk. The only time they ever brought it up was after Justin Jones was reinstated right away. After he was expelled, to be like, oh, well, guys, look, you know what we need to talk about here is we need to respect the decorum of the chambers and the laws that are there. And if you want to be unruly and you want to speak out, then this is the repercussions. But also, yes, we do need to acknowledge the 6 deaths that happened in Nashville.
Exactly. Oh, by the way,
they never talked about it until that point, until they fucking realized that they ate shit. Because Justin Jones was coming back and Justin Pearson was on his way back. They released a statement to say, oh, okay, guys, look,
by the way,
yes, 6 people died and it was a tragic event. But up until that point, they said shit. And that's why those 2, and there was potentially a third of Gloria Johnson, were going to be expelled because they decided to speak out and actually represent the voice of the people that were outside those chambers chanting. Students who said, we're fed up. We've seen this happen. I don't want to have to live in a generation where I go to school for the fear that I'm going to be shot, right? You go to grocery
every
stores,
fucking
you go to
day.
churches, synagogues, clubs, you go to movie theaters, you go to banks, funeral homes. Like, none of these places are safe. And Republicans are like, well, it doesn't really matter. let's just put and fucking in Kentucky.
We don't give a fuck.
You know, I didn't realize this until yesterday, but in Kentucky, the gun that was used in that shooting is going to be sold off in an auction.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, well, they want to put that back on the street,
right? It's gonna be sold into auction this month. Like that. What kind of world? What kind of fucked up timeline do we live in where the local government or the police department say, you know what, we actually can make money off that gun because #capitalism. Like, that's how fucked up our society is.
What's crazy is
that's how fucked up white folks are.
That gun
about this bullshit. I'm sorry.
Killed. Did it kill the police officer that got shot in the head? Is he passed?
I believe
he passed away.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it shot and killed police officers, and they're like, yeah, fuck that. We'll just sell that thing.
Well,
because there was one officer grazed and one officer was shot in the head. He was on the job.
But
for
the one who was killed, I believe, had just been on the force for like a few days.
Yeah, 4 days. 4 days.
Which a rookie officer. It's insane to still hear Republicans say the good guy with the gun, and it's like, well,
no, good guy with the gun died instantaneously after 4 days on the job.
Republicans will say, well, they're there to guard the money, not you.
And this thing that you're doing with the guns and the abortion thing, it's supposed to replace these people. I think, right? Is that what it's supposed to be? You're supposed to force women to have children so you can replace you white boys who are too stupid to understand
security there. Oh, you wanted
stop doing this shit and you have a society of everybody.
One got shot, one died. Like the good guy with the gun argument
with science that works on your side.
I mean, look at Uvalde. 400 police,
pandemics,
law enforcement officers showed up.
Pollution.
Like, we're not going in that room. We're not going to go in that room. I'm going to wait till the gunman either kills himself, or kills all of the people in the room.
All these
and
people.
Then we'll go in.
Then we'll go in. Then we'll be fine.
This is the messed up timeline.
They're crazy. Well, and I'm going to show you this clip. You sent me this clip of Tucker Carlson talking about Justin Pearson.
Yeah, and this is only one. I watched the full segment on this, and holy shit, man, he goes to Rachel Dolezal or whatever, right? Remember her? Mm-hmm. Then he goes into Justin.
Whoa, he makes a big, huge loop.
Yeah, hold on. He starts with her to be like, this is where because then he talks about, or he starts with transitions, right?
Oh,
the
Jesus
left wants
Christ.
to transition. So then he goes into Rachel Dolezal, and then he goes
who
into
has
Justin
nothing
Pearson,
to do with any trans of any sort. She's just a lying sack of shit.
Obama, Clinton, Biden, AOC, and talks about how all of these people, like as if Tucker Carlson just learned about code switching, like he never knew what that was before that, and so he's going to talk about this in this 2-minute clip. But just know that the full segment is 15 minutes of him going off on this racist rant.
Well, it is Tucker Carlson, so of course he goes off on a racist rant. Before I get to this video, I want to remind the chat, because a lot of people are asking in the chat, what is hide and seek? We are playing hide and seek Thursday today. Maybe it's peekaboo Thursday?
No, don't say peekaboo. Because that's what Trump says.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he tries to use it against Tish James.
Well, I'm
sure it's a racist. I think we've confirmed that it's a racist remark.
He's calling her racist on Truth Social.
He called her a racist animal.
All right, well, we'll get to that here in a minute. We'll get to the Trump thing. So let's call it Hide and Seek Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Hide and Seek Thursday is where we go to another YouTube channel, and we broadcast from that YouTube channel. So what you do is you subscribe to that YouTube channel. Right now, we're broadcasting from Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe here on Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel. And here's also what's going to happen. I actually have it broadcasting to my channel and the Upwires channel.
What?
Private, way in the background. You can't find it.
You can't find it. You have to go. Yeah, you have to go look for it.
So what I'm going to do after this broadcast is over, I'm going to make those public.
Mm-hmm.
So then the show will be able to replay on our channel and the Upwires channel. So you'll be able to view it wherever you normally do. Just the live broadcast in the chat is here on YouTube, is at Gabe Sanchez's YouTube channel. But we're live on Facebook right now on Midas Touch Facebook page. And
I'll slowly but surely move
We're
that
live on Twitch and we're on Twitter. I think we're on mine and your Twitter right now. So before we get to this clip, I wanted to explain what Hide and Seek Thursday is. Maybe we'll start doing this like once a month. Where we go to someone else's channel, give them some support, bring the fucking fam over there, show them what a real chat's like, what a real live chat's
support
like.
Independent content creators,
exactly.
right?
Fucking hey, man. Okay, let's watch what right wing funded channels and media does here. Let's listen to Tucker Carlson, Putin's little bitch, and give it
this whole segment is going to be. It is. I'm already started writing last night. This is a what was that?
Oh,
episode.
so it's going to be. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe here to.
Yeah. You're going to want to get the breakdown because holy shit.
You're going to get the breakdown and you're going to see the new,
shit. Here we go.
Beer parody.
Okay, I've got to listen to Tuck.
Let's play Tuck.
Let's play Tuck.
Justin Pearson wasn't white. It's probably how he got into Bowdoin in the first place.
Let's play Tuck.
He did a fantastic impression of it. What a nice young man. Has he considered the apprenticeship program at Citibank?
What the
that was
fuck?
The old Justin.
What?
Before his transition.
I'll find the clip that he's talking about.
Before his transition? God damn.
I'll find the clip.
They're like, oh, trans people aren't just people transitioning their gender. They're transitioning their race. That's what he's saying. Is that what he's saying? Here, kind of?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's continue.
On the floor of the Tennessee State House.
All hope seemed to be lost. Representatives were thrown out of the State House. Democracy seemed to be at its end. Seemed like the NRA and gun lobbyists might win. But oh, that was good news for us. I don't know how long this Saturday in the state of Tennessee might last. But oh, we have good news, folks. We've got good news that Sunday always comes.
Justin Pearson has a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, everyone will do exactly what he wants or else face indictment by the Department of Justice.
What?
Yeah.
What
What
bullshit?
Hold on.
You
Play the next
fucking
clip.
little
So
bigoted piece of fucking shit.
What?
Fuck
the
you.
This is going to give you context.
Well, I'm not even done with this.
Fucking white
No.
supremacist,
All right,
bigoted little
so
piece
let
of
me just paint a
shit.
picture for
Fuck you.
In the next clip, he'll bring up a clip, right?
So you want me to stop this one and go to the next one? You want me to
What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. Your fragile little egos.
Because then he jumps into
God,
Biden,
listen to you.
AOC, Hillary Clinton, Obama.
Listen to you. You pathetic
the
pieces
thing
of
that
shit.
I'm dumbfounded by is that.
What are we supposed to think when this is what white fragility is? When this is your example of what the goddamn world should be about. A fucking little bow tie wearing motherfucker who doesn't even understand the shit that he came from.
And the reason
he's
why
never
is because,
worked a goddamn day in his fucking life.
You kind of pick up your accent.
Show me a day that motherfucker worked.
What accent is that?
Actually got out and worked.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird here. We don't really have one.
Oh, I hate these.
You're with family. You will speak more casual. You're giving a presentation. You'll be more formal, right?
Well, the other thing too is like if you're in a private room speaking into microphone, you're not gonna. Well, unless you're me, you're not gonna yell and scream into it, right?
Right.
But when you're speaking to a lot of people in a big room, you're going to be loud. But this only proves that these fragile white males like Tucker Carlson are absolutely terrified of loud noises, and loud noises is the fascist kryptonite. Let's see what other bullshit he's got here.
Justin Pearson has changed quite dramatically, as you can see. He transitioned.
Oh my God, he grew his hair.
He let his hair grow out. You know, kind of that thing you can do after you finish high school that requires you to keep it a certain length, and college that requires you to keep it a certain length.
Do you want to guess how many years? So pull that back up. Do you want to guess how many years the photo on the left is to the photo on the right?
I mean,
like I said,
I'm going to say
when you had to cut your hair for high school and college.
Okay, 7 years.
7 years. And in 7 years, I'm sure that you changed your haircut, your facial hair. You changed the way that you wear your clothes or what clothes you wear or however you present yourself.
You bow tie wearing rich boy.
I'm pretty sure that one could assume that in a 7 year period, right, or 6 or 7 years, that you're going to.
What is the difference here? Because you're pointing out the difference here, right, in this picture between this younger Justin Pearson and this
when he's
now
in college,
right?
College.
But here's the thing: is the difference I seen, other than he's a little older, is that The dude has facial hair and longer hair. He grew his hair out.
That's all he did. Grew his hair.
Is that the transition?
But they don't. Yeah,
that's
so
the transition.
It's the transition of going.
You
from
can't transition that way. You got transition.
You know what it is?
Transition.
You know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
Pieces
Afros
of
are uppity.
White supremacists.
That's what Tucker Carlson
pieces
is saying.
of fucking shit.
Also,
he's right.
Tucker Carlson
can't be
doesn't
uppity.
like the way that he talks. Right?
Oh well, does he get
wants
to
him-
that here? Does he get to that here?
I don't know if he gets to that. Yeah, I think he might actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's listen.
That you see this all the time. Everybody in the Democratic Party wants to
Everybody.
Even Joe Biden.
Even Joe Biden. Oh my God. I'm a fucking white supremacist idiot. And sounds exactly like one. But to you fucking idiot white people who don't understand that I'm just trying to make sure that this stupid thing that I really don't believe in because I'm just a rich little kid who's never worked a day in his life who just wants to make up more shit so he can make more money. Because see, when I do this, I make a lot of money because I'm being paid $15 million a year to sit here and lie to you motherfuckers.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Damn, this fucking guy, man.
If you're like, hey, he can't go any worse, right? Oh, you
right.
got fucking ass.
He's going balls deep into the racism.
Justin Pearson to a fucking sharecropper.
What the fuck, man?
And he's
he
like,
doesn't
oh, well, you
speak like a sharecropper, which it is likely. It is likely because I think Justin Pearson's his lineage and his heritage is from Memphis. Memphis,
the
Tennessee.
lawn people in the background.
Like that's where his family's from. It is likely that Justin Pearson comes from sharecropper
family.
And I don't know what was the thing before sharecroppers.
Tennessee,
what was that?
Mississippi,
It was another
Southerners. Oh, black
folk. Slavery. Oh my God.
Slaves. Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
What a fucking dingling, man.
And just to give you the timeline, like the TikTok of this event, right? He gets reinstated.
Right.
Just like hours before that.
Yeah, it was actually, I think it was about 2:30 Central Time.
So what happened was, unless they had this whole segment ready to go, which, you know, or rather, they were getting ready because they're like,
or
look,
either way.
They're like, the vote's going to happen, so we're going to go either way. We're rather going to shit on this guy
it was more likely that it was going to go his way because the 4 Republicans that were on the council didn't actually even show up to vote.
Right. Pussy ass bitch.
Wow, because they didn't want to appear to lose in the room.
So you have a room of writers.
So you can't have enough people in the room and then you don't lose. Is that what it is?
Not racist enough.
Is that your bullshit?
Throw Malcolm X in.
Crap
say he has
way
to
of
speak
saying
eloquently for me to understand and acknowledge and respect him, right? But that's, I mean, Tucker was like, you know, the idea that he...
Who's the elitist? Who's the elitist?
Yeah, I know. Who is the... I don't know. I'm just asking questions. I can't say for certain.
Right.
But it would look like Justin Pearson.
Isn't it likely that we should ask the question, who is the elitist in this situation? Who's the person that has to have someone talk the way that they want to talk? Especially a black man has to talk as
exactly
white as Tucker
white
Carlson.
As Tucker Carlson talks. That guy who never, ever had to work a day in his life because he comes from rich parents and rich grandparents. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Dave never worked in your life,
so this is the clip that came before it, right? So this is setting up. So he goes into Rachel Dolezal.
So this is set up to the last.
This is the set up to it, and then he's going to play the clip from Justin Pearson at college when he was running for class president. Okay,
let's watch.
And keep in mind, he's at a white school in a white state, so it's going to explain why Justin Pearson might speak the way he's speaking, so that people don't feel fucking uncomfortable.
Let's watch.
You know that way that you can't have those people feeling uncomfortable about the way you speak.
Identity politics.
Jesus Christ.
One of them is a man called Justin Pearson. Pearson has been in the news recently for helping to facilitate an insurrection at the Tennessee State House.
Facilitate an insurrection. You piece of fucking white supremacist shit, you.
Back in 2000.
Isn't it funny when two black guys get loud and it's an insurrection, and insurrection is bad.
Yeah. No, we can't. We can't have them get out of their seat and say this is unacceptable.
You white supremacist little piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Right, that really is what it sounds like. Is that Tucker Carlson thinks that this is an insurrection?
You, Mr. White Man, tell everybody how live, how be, even though you've never worked a goddamn day in your life. Tucker, go work.
About the children in the
go work somewhere.
You guys
go actually do some labor.
Whoa.
Do some work.
Wait a second.
You know, maybe a month or two. You couldn't last if you had to.
We have to worry about Sexton stipend. We got to make sure that Speaker Sexton and his family get paid a stipend.
Go drive a fucking Uber
we gotta make
for
sure
a goddamn week.
Libraries, because who wants to learn?
Make an honest living driving a goddamn Uber. I'll even give you plug your goddamn Uber in.
I want to point out the only reason why Tucker Carlson has to even research or find out who Justin Pearson is in the first place. Let me tell you the reason why
he's losing
is because of Speaker Sexton is a racist motherfucker.
Right.
Yep. That's the reason why Tucker Carlson even has to do this. And it probably pisses him off that he has to platform Justin Pearson here on his show. And he's only making him into a hero of the left. These libtards love this guy. Yeah, because you hate him more than anything. Let's listen.
In 2016, Justin Pearson was an earnest young student at Bowdoin.
So now he's going after 16-year-old kids.
Earnest young student
in America, a place that costs $60,000 a year for no obvious reason.
Okay, you have to mention the price of the fucking school. Well, you know why you have to mention that price of that school? Because you guys want to make sure that you throw that school in the ground.
In this picture.
Yeah.
He looks...
But that's not okay, Tony. That's not okay. We can't have this person actually have a looking nice with a good outfit and a respectable job and a career and aspirations and go to a nice college. And then, I mean, because what Tucker Carlson is arguing right now is he's saying that the only reason that Justin Pearson got into that school,
he's black,
is because of his skin color. Right.
That's why we expelled him, because he's black. I mean, it's because they're black. That's why they hate him. That's why they hate him.
They also hate the fact that, God forbid, a person who's not white is successful in something that white people thought they could be successful in, right? You know, it's like
they're mad that Justin Pearson went from being really successful at his college.
Bullshit. They weren't successful.
And then
they were just
became
overwhelmingly in control.
Got expelled and then reinstated almost.
It happens more and more. It's showing they're not successful at it. They're
we
very bad at it.
Fascist suppression of your voice and your right as a human.
God damn it! How dare democracy?
And it fucking backfired.
How dare democracy?
They're just bad at it.
Made this whole segment dedicated to Justin Pearson, but then at the same time was like, well, I'm just not going to attack only Justin Pearson. We're going to find a theme here. We're going to talk about how
we go to 11
politicians might speak.
I should actually get this from 10 to 11 every day.
Right?
We're going to get there closer. 10 to 11 every day. May not do every, because some days I'm going to do these guys, but some days I'm going to do Hal, and some days I'm going to just do my own shit where I'm just going to say, this is the shit we need to talk about today.
One has to do with representation. How can we represent all voices in a conversation? I want to bring together different voices, dissenting voices, voices that may be more liberal or more conservative, in order that we can reach a point of sort of the radical middle where conversation and dialogue happens and growth happens. Join the People's Pearson campaign, and let's chart ourselves to a better future.
I want to bring everyone together, said Justin Pearson.
That's what he's been saying the last
Wow, the condescending. Listen to the condescending voice.
Justin Pearson wasn't white. That's probably how he got into Bowdoin in the first place.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Impression of it. What a nice young man, as he considered the apprenticeship
bigoted piece of fucking white supremacist shit. Fuck you, Tucker.
He's not white enough. It's the same shit that you went through when you were
a
kid, right?
Fuck you, Tucker. Fuck you.
You're not white enough. You're not Mexican enough, right? I mean, it's kind of
who never had to work a day in your life, who got into school on your goddamn family, you piece of white supremacist trash. Who's never had to do a dime of work in his damn life. Fuck you, Tucker.
Of another thing, like the idea that people won't accept you in
either. Fuck you, Tucker.
Is the same thing that Tucker Carlson's doing right here. He's like, oh, well, the only reason that he benefited.
Only reason he got Tucker. You've never worked a day in your life. You are a rich little kid who's never had to work a day in his life.
When you look at what's happening, Tucker Carlson exposed himself again as a racist because there are
not only a racist but a bigoted piece of fucking shit who's never worked a day in his goddamn life.
Exactly right. Like he is a Nazi, a Proud Boy sympathizer. He's called Iraqis. He called them fucking monkeys. He called like all of these things that Tucker Carlson has done, right? And of all people, Tucker Carlson. Fucking the nepotism. Right, Tucker Carlson is a nepo baby. Okay, let's.
Thank you.
Yeah,
right?
he's
a fucking nepo baby.
Yeah, come on.
Thank you.
He's like, oh, look,
he's a rich little kid baby.
Like, oh, this guy, pulled himself by his penny loafers. That's Tucker Carlson. He is a racist bigot who is jealous, envious.
Thank you.
Of other people who are not white that are successful. And
Thank
especially
you. Because he's never worked a fucking day in his goddamn life.
He's got a great fucking powerful voice that he's using for a movement to deliver change. And I'm a weak, bigoted 2A cuck.
Thank you.
Do you want me to give you proof of why he's fucking wrong about the video in college?
Thank you.
You want me? I'll give you proof here. This is Justin Pearson's Instagram page. The other day,
oh, dude, he's got pronouns, man. Fuck this shit, dude.
The other day, when
got pronouns.
when I discovered what was happening in Tennessee, Instagram knew that I was
Please, people, understand. Almost everything women wear today came from the elites of the European royalty.
So I followed him, of course.
High heels,
and I want to
dresses,
show you this video
makeup.
Of Justin Pearson. This is
all
not of him
from the male.
This is not of him in college, in a white
hierarchy
college, in a black college
of royalty.
Him just the other day
in the EU.
Okay? Yeah, well, if I could turn the sound.
Thank you to each.
Let me fucking Instagram.
The tie.
We'll just play it like this.
Of you who stayed for over 12 hours to see the proceedings of the State House that led to the expulsion of myself, Representative Jones, but also the keeping of Representative.
The more you know.
Legislature. From folks from Memphis who traveled at 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. Thank you. Today we talked previously with President Joe Biden about what we can do about ending gun violence and stopping the tragedies like we saw in Covenant and the tragedies in our communities. Now we're getting ready to meet and talk with Vice President Harris about the same thing. That only happens because of you, because we remain committed and focused on the issues of ending gun violence in our communities and protecting one another. So,
let me ask Gabe Sanchez: does that sound much different than that ad that he made in college?
The only difference is he's got glasses, facial hair, and an afro.
Do you think it's because the reason why he was speaking the way he was speaking in the chamber is because he was making a passionate speech?
It's almost
wanted to
like
make sure that people were hearing him.
It's almost like when you're doing a speech like that, right?
Yeah.
You want to be poetic.
Right.
You want to amplify, and you want to emphasize, and you want to express the personality and actually have emotion, right?
Oh, emotion?
And say, hey, I'm sick and tired. Because the other thing that people need to realize is that this is a deeply personal issue. Justin Pearson lost a friend to gun violence. So this isn't just like, oh, run of the mill, like it's another problem in America. I have an actual connection to this, and that's why I care so much about it. Tucker Carlson doesn't want to bring that up.
No, hell, can't bring that up because that actually might
Instagram page to see
show that you're full of shit, Tucker.
You've
never had a real friend in your goddamn life.
Sounded the exact same.
I'm sure that Tucker Carlson. Here's the thing. I'm sure whenever they try to like dig up shit on people, like, oh, you can always rely on social media, right? I'm sure they went there and like, oop, no, can't show this.
Yeah, they can't. They couldn't show this video next to the video
like
made in college and then try the argument.
Whoa! He sounds the same, but he looks slightly different.
He's got longer hair and he's got facial hair. I mean, to be fair, and Tracy says on YouTube, that's an awesome tie.
Oh yeah,
I do have to agree. This is a lot better tie than the one he was wearing in the college.
Right.
This is
it was the first thing I saw when
this
the video
is way
came
better.
up.
This is a badass tie. I like this tie. By the way, Justin, if you watch this ever,
only because
that's a
it might
tie.
weaken the
Keep wearing
trends.
ties like that, my friend.
It was
not
real.
like the one you were
wearing.
If
it was real, no, you couldn't do that.
But
you would not be able to do that because it would weaken the trends.
Political T on YouTube says same voice. It's
but
the
I'm
exact
not going
same
to fix that
because
this is not real.
It's
this is not the reality.
Justin Pearson's voice. It's his voice.
Crazy.
This is the way you'd want the world to be.
A speech
the Undertaker
in front of a
would be under
microphone,
the,
in front of a crowd of people, he is going to have a different cadence.
The worst thing in the world you can be.
He is going to have a difference
the railroad tracks.
in his order about him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is me. Gabe Sanchez can vouch for me that every day when I come to the show, this is me. I'm very loud anyways. But yes, am I a little extra on the show? Absolutely. It's to keep you guys entertained while you sit here and listen to my dumbass for 2 hours every single day.
I will too. Next week, next time I use this, I will switch out the connector.
Yes. Am I a little extra? Yes, but it is me. Just like
because this is coming off of Wi-Fi, so I didn't realize
after he's
the picture is crappy.
Reinstated at the council, or he's speaking at the
well because there's plenty of bandwidth.
Something he's very fucking passionate about because he doesn't want kids to just die needlessly at the hands of fucking the gun lobby. Yes, he's gonna get passionate. Yes, he's gonna get loud. Yes, his cadence
am I a little extra?
may
but it
fucking
is me.
change
like
from time
when
to
Justin
time
Pearson
to
is
keep
speaking
your
after he's
attention. You see how this works?
reinstated
It's
at the
almost
council,
like Tucker
or he's
Carlson
speaking
knows
at the well
what performance is, but he
on
doesn't
gun
want to
reform,
admit it with
something he's
Justin
very
Pearson
fucking
because
passionate
if
because
he
he doesn't
would
want
admit it,
kids
he would have
to
to
just
show
die
how
needlessly
fucking
at the hands
racist
of
he
fucking
actually
the
is.
gun lobby. Yes, he's gonna get passionate. Yes, he's gonna get loud. Yes, his cadence may fucking change from time to keep your attention. You see how this works? It's almost like Tucker Carlson knows what performance is, but he doesn't want to admit it with Justin Pearson because if he would admit it,
Tucker Carlson
he would have
is
to show
100%
how
a
fucking
performance
racist he
artist.
actually is.
He's a rich kid who's never worked a day in his life. He got through college because he's a rich kid, not because he actually
approached him in
earned it.
the bait shop or the gun shop.
Prove me
Montana,
wrong.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And Tucker Carlson, he didn't talk like
Prove
this.
me wrong.
He wasn't asking questions.
No.
He was scared like a little bitch. You know,
Thank
like
you.
he was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh,
Hey, back up, man. Hey, back up, man. Hey, back up, man.
Yeah.
Back up, man.
And
I'm
so
trying.
you-
I'm just on vacation here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to come at me like that, man.
Whoa, man.
Well. You do not need to come at me like that in this bait shop. I mean, I don't know
Thank
why
you,
I'm here.
exactly.
We're here to buy ice and unwoke beer.
So I want to encourage everyone to go over to Instagram if you had an Instagram account and follow
Okay,
Justin
it is.
Pearson.
Yeah, we
Follow
are
him on
almost
all
done
his
for the
social
day.
media.
Thank you guys.
Everywhere.
I have a
I
feeling
am going to try and start
we're
doing
only
this.
getting
I want
the
to cover
beginning
these
of it.
guys. I want to cover
Because I mean, even look. Here's the thing.
Hal, and I want to
7
start
years ago,
maybe even getting it to
he's
the
at
point where it's
college.
like, yes,
and he
this
already
is-
has aspirations
this
of a
is
political career.
What we need
He's
to
running
start
for
paying
class
attention
president,
to.
right? He knows
Stop
exactly how to pitch,
paying
how
attention
to talk to people,
to
what issues are important to students,
these
right?
folks
And then you
up in the
transition
corner
that
here.
in 7
Stop
years,
paying attention
and he
to
says,
those
"Great,
people up
I
there.
know my voice
Because those people
I
up
know
there
what I want to
aren't
say. I
telling
know
you
how
shit.
I want to say it.
What they're
I know
telling
how
you
I want
is
to deliver it to people.
these guys
and I know
want you to
what
hear.
works.
See,
So when
those-
he's in
those
the
are
well,
the advertisers.
and he's giving a speech, or he's
Those are the
being
last
reinstated
people
on
you
the
need
steps
to be
of the
listening
Capitol,
to.
you know, and he's
It's
being
these
sworn
people.
back in.
But the problem is,
He
these
knows exactly
people
how he needs to speak for people
are the
to
ones who
listen,
control
to feel it, to get the chills, or to
most
get
of
a
our
reaction,
media,
right?
and we need to fix that
to not
problem.
speak so fast that people
We need to
miss
fix
the
that
point that
problem.
he's trying to make.
We need
right?
to make sure that never
To
happens
deliver
anymore. Ooh,
the
hold on, I shouldn't have
cadence
done that.
and emphasize the point he's trying to make. And Tucker Carlson is a little bit butthurt by that. And when I say a little bit, I mean very butthurt by that, and very triggered that there's a young black man who has a long fucking career ahead of him in politics.
What Tracy on YouTube makes a good point here. Tucker is scared that Justin Pearson sounds like MLK because that makes Justin more effective.
Correct.
And that's what they're really scared of.
Exactly.
is
They
effective
can't deal with
activists.
that.
Effective activists to
Effective
communicate with
activism
people and
make sure
constituents.
that
That's what
we,
Kellyanne Conway
black
was
and
scared
brown
of the other day.
people,
Oh, these young people
continue
are gonna kill us.
without being
Man,
enslaved.
you know what?
Because for some
running
reason,
out
you
of
white
time
people,
here. It's been
for
2
some
hours
reason,
already. Son
think
of a
you're
bitch.
special when you're not.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
You
And the
just don't
reason
want
why
to do the
I'm
same thing you've
mad
done
is
to
because I had a
everything
couple more
you've
videos I wanted
quote
to show.
unquote
One was in the Missouri
colonized.
Senate the other day. Missouri Senator Mike Moon is his name.
Is that the 12-year-old?
Yeah, he's like he's advocating for 12-year-olds to
Loves
be
them
married.
young.
And the reason why, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah, just play it. Just play it.
Ain't that long.
Show how
I'm gonna
fucked
show you
up
this
your
video.
state is.
Yeah, well, let's go.
Heard you talk about parents' rights to raise their kids how they want. In fact, I just double checked. You voted no on making it illegal for kids to be married to adults at the age of 12 if their parents consented to it. You said actually that should be the law because it's the parents' right and the kids' right to decide what's best for them to be raped by an adult.
Right. Okay, so if you're not following here, someone is questioning Mike Moon, a senator of Missouri, like senator in the southwest part of the state, Mike Moon. Now, Mike Moon voted to make sure that 12-year-olds with their parental consent can marry adults. Okay?
Now, what kind of bullshit
That's
is
what
that?
he's saying.
Your parent is telling.
Listen.
What? I'm
Like,
sorry.
You would
What?
think Mike Moon would have something, just anything, any kind of
argument besides the one he's going to make. Listen to this.
Okay.
Do you know any kids who have been
With
married
marriage.
at age 12?
That was the law. You voted not to change it.
Do you know any kids who have been married at age 12?
I don't need to.
I don't. Because at age 12, you're not smart enough to know who to marry.
That is not
because you're not ready.
Oh, goddamn. He's like, look, you know how many 12-year-olds? You know how 12-year-olds been married? No. And the guy's like, I don't give a fuck how many 12-year-olds have been married. It shouldn't be the law, and you voted for it to be law. And the guy's like, well, you know how many 12-year-olds are still married? Like, oh, my God.
What the hell are you talking? No, because they're not married. They were never married.
Parents can
they were
give
enslaved
away their child
into
to
a
an
man
adult
raping them.
so they can
That's
marry
not
them.
a marriage.
But also, he goes, not only
Sorry,
you know how
because
many
at
children
11
have been
years
married
old,
at
I was
12?
playing with
I don't
giant
fucking
Tinker
care. That's fucking
toys,
gross.
not
And he goes,
thinking about
I
a
know people
fucking
who have,
bill
and they're
or how
still
to
married.
live
Yeah.
in my
Dude, that
apartment
sounds
by
not
myself,
like
How do you
or
like
with
them
my
pedophile
husband,
apples,
or with
bitch?
my wife.
Like, what?
What
How is that a
bullshit
dig?
is that?
Are you
Why
kidding me?
Why do you think
What bullshit is
that's
that?
a weird fucking flex to
At
bring up in this
12.
conversation that you know people that got married at 12.
At 12.
Like
What
you're
kind
like,
of
oh
bullshit?
yeah, this guy who was 20
This is
married
the
this
white
girl who was
supremacy
12.
of this
Dude,
bullshit.
Please.
And you
Stop
will
talking.
you
Please
will
stop.
use
It's like
some
the-
type of
you know, it's
fucking
like the guy
religion
in Florida
to
who
say
talked
that this
about
is okay.
Trans people being mutants and
You will
demons and
use some
imps.
fake form
All
of
these
goddamn
people-
religion to say
Which,
this
by the
is
way,
all
there's a
good.
what was that on that
This
that
is
I'm working
real.
on right
This
now
is
as
what
well.
God said. Bullshit.
Fucking
There's
crazy,
like,
dude.
There's so much. It's like
just
a
like,
fucking fascist pinball machine. You gotta
guys
keep hitting
need
the
to
flappers.
shut the fuck
Fuck
up, man.
up.
Just sit. Just look.
No,
I know
sit
you guys
down,
know-
shut up, and
I don't want them to
listen.
shut up. I
If
want
you
them
just-
to show who they are. That is what we really want, isn't it? I want them to. I want to
Yeah,
know.
but
who they
I mean, there's
truly are.
No, but
yeah,
what we're
sure,
saying
but there's
is
a
it's
point,
time
like-
for them to learn how to sit down,
so I have a what was
shut
that?
up,
And
and
one of the lines that I
learn.
wrote in there
You
that I-
actually
that I
might
filmed
make some more
is,
money off of doing
I was
that.
like, hey,
Instead of
maybe
being
next
white
time we
supremacist
don't attack
idiots.
a group that has been beaten down for years, both verbally and physically. And next time when they talk, you sit, listen, and shut the fuck up, right? Because here's the thing. What the guy said, this guy, this Webster Barnaby in Florida, fucking doubled down on this and was like,
Wait,
oh,
his name is
Webster
Barnaby.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think a more appropriate name is Bigot Barnaby. That's his name.
Bigot
I mean,
idiot.
Webster.
Bigoted
Did he-
idiot.
Was he born with a
Bigoted
white hood,
idiot.
or what the? I mean,
I
Jesus
mean,
Christ.
it's one of those people that I'm sure if
Webster
you asked them, he'd
Barnaby?
be like, yeah, I'm sure if you asked
Oh,
him, he would be like, I've never experienced racism in my
My
life.
life.
It's like
Because
that
you're
one
a
guy-
white dude.
It's like that one guy, Doc, who's I think
Sorry,
I
it
could
just,
be
it
wrong,
just
he's
gets
like
on my
Pakistani or
nerves that
Muslim,
you
I forget what he
idiots are
is.
not listening.
But
You
he's the
fucking
one who,
will not
it's
listen.
Kumar, I think is his last name. But
Because
he's the one
you
who
think
spoke
it is
during
all about
the
you.
expulsion vote
It ain't.
and was like,
Shut up
I've
and start
never
listening
experienced
to
racism.
other
No one's
people.
ever said any derogatory. Oh, bull fucking shit, dude. They either said it to your face and you blacked out, or they
yeah.
said the shit behind you. But I can guarantee that a bunch of white people, probably the people in this room, have said shit about you behind your back, or said it to your face and you didn't realize it was racism because everyone fucking laughed and you're like, I gotta laugh too, and you're the victim
funny.
of this racism. So when people like Webster Barnaby, who wants to call trans people X-Men, which, by the way, X-Men, holy shit, man. If I can be compared to X-Men, that's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Because
You know,
X-Men fight against racism and bigotry.
That's what the whole X-Men
craziest part
is.
about the-
It's based
the
on
X-Men
being
story
gay.
is that if you're gonna
Look at the
call
X-Men
trans
story.
people
It is
X-Men,
about being
you're
gay,
actually
trans,
making them
and
into
the whole thing.
heroes.
Yeah.
That's
Hello?
weird.
Yeah.
That's weird that you
Yeah.
would try
You're
to
gonna
do that.
try
you
and take
you would
out that
compare
group
a
of people?
that is
Go out,
race-coded
go take
and
a look at one of
queer-coded
Stan
already
Lee's
to then
interviews,
say,
you
they're
dipshits,
mutants like the
and
X-Men.
understand
Okay,
what the
that's
fuck it's about.
You're not making
Go
the point that you
do
think you're making
a
right
fucking
now.
interview.
Right. And the
Learn
point
something
that you're
instead of
standing
being
behind
bigots and idiots.
is you're like Dr. Boulevard Trask, or you're trying to be.
You're trying to exterminate a group of people who are
Literally,
different.
The first X-Men movie, there's a scene where
From the German-
Jean Grey
yeah.
is presenting before a committee of senators. Is a committee hearing, right? And one of the senators, that is the if anyone's seen the first X-Men from 2000,
Right,
you know exactly what I'm
you
talking
know
about. But he's like,
exactly
we need
what
to know
he's talking
exactly
about.
who they are. We need to have a registry. Sounds a lot like something else that happened.
We need to outlaw them. We need to make sure. Well, it sounds like what's going on right now in a lot of state houses.
For trans
But you know
people,
what?
gay
I
people,
can't end
you know,
without mentioning,
collect,
the
get
Cheeto Dust you and I are
ID,
bringing up
shit
the
that
word
has nothing to do
racist.
with the First
I
or
wish we could
Second
get to all
Amendment
his
at
fucking
all.
crazy ass lunacy post over there on True Social. And I don't know how long he's going to be deposed today by Tish James, but how fucking sweet is it on a day like today that Tish James is making this guy sweat in a room somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping he just
because
took the
he's like
fit
freaking
for
out on True
100,
Social, like, oh, she's a
200,
racist.
300, 500 minutes.
A racist animal.
Well,
or 10,
right.
000,
There's a lot of things he's
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I could get to all of it, but we're running out of time. But the fact that a very
we are out of
powerful,
time. I will
strong
see you
black
guys
woman
tomorrow,
is
or
making
actually,
the fragile white man,
maybe
Donald
Tuesday.
Trump, that
Well, Tuesday for sure.
pseudo-dust
Tuesdays and
QAnon
Thursdays.
lunatic,
But I'm going to try and get to the
absolutely
point of doing
sweat
it for
his
at least an
fucking
hour every
head
day,
off
so that I can
because
expose
he
you
doesn't know
people
what
to
he can and
what
what he
these
can't
people
say
should
without
be talking
incriminating
about,
himself in a
how they
room
should be
somewhere.
talking.
It's
And these guys
absolutely
right here are the perfect example.
Because
of it.
if
Talk
we
to you
remember,
guys
if people
tomorrow.
go